everybody. We're having some technical difficulties already. Just starting.
No, I didn't mute it in time. I was too busy typing "hello all," and because the table's higher than I'm used to, it was like I kept hitting caps lock instead of shift, and yeah. What a great way to start.
How the hell are you, man?
Doing all right. I buttoned down some hatches on the house today after work because we're supposed to be getting like 70 to 90 mile an hour wind gusts tonight. So,
damn. All I'm gonna say is you keep that shit for yourself.
I'll enjoy the like 80 degrees that it is right now because on Sunday the high is like 41 somehow, but I don't know.
I get it. I
was automatic. I was gonna tag you and be like, I hope you buttoned up a little bit because I know you're in Illinois. I don't know where at, but pretty much the entire state of Illinois right now is getting hit hard with some strong winds.
Oh, really? The entire state, huh? Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm like a little bit past where it's supposed to be really bad, or a little bit north of where it's supposed to be really bad, but.
Well, I mean, you know what? You still got to be safe. Got to be safe. Why is all of my... I shut this thing off. Sorry, guys. I got still my phone on, all this other stuff. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, BC Pork Corp. Welcome. Good evening to you, sir. Let's see. Trade Intuition voting for Chainlink, but he's going to be late. All right. No problem. Whenever. And, of course, Automatic Beats is in the house. Never fails. And, yes. See? What? You got your own tribe that's coming here looking for you, Bedell.
And Miss Bedell is here. I'll turn the camera just so you can see her for a minute.
Hi, Sarah. Welcome.
Hey.
All right, listen. You all got to put Miss Bedell, Miss Crypto Bedell, in the chat there. That way she knows she's still got love coming from everybody. Yeah, crazy winds to the south, and 100 Air is in the house. Appreciate you being here, sir. Appreciate that. Let's see. We're getting the shit show tomorrow. Tornadoes, sharknadoes, hail, everything.
Yeah, I think they're calling for like 100+ tornadoes in like the north half of Illinois tonight because of the winds and the way everything is like forming. But we're not supposed to be getting rain or anything until midnight or 1 a.m. last I knew.
All right. Well, either way, you got to stay safe. And I suppose I should do this if I can get it open. Oh, there it goes. Oh,
Shuby's gonna hate me if he joins because I forgot the cup downstairs. But
well,
I can always go get it.
He will just have to make do. What do you say, Bedell? We'll start the night off. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. What is he saying? I turned off the farm. Oh, now I got it. I turned off the farm just in case. Got it.
I'm surprised you're actually still on. You must have some really cheap power because mining right now is very unprofitable. I mean, even Red Panda.
I don't think that's the farm he's talking about. I was assuming he was talking about the grow farm.
Yeah, could be.
And cheers. Thank you, 100 Air. I'll even do another one because you know what? I feel like it. Good night.
Well, I gotta go get another one, so give me a minute.
Go ahead. I'll bring everybody up to speed. What's going on tonight? All right, everybody. So while he is away and we're waiting for Joe to jump on in here, and I'm hoping 100 Air will jump in a little while as well. Welcome to Friday Night Crypto on the Rocks. Bring in the weekend, and guess what? This weekend, this Friday, you guys get to decide where the conversation goes. Now, if you want to come on, reach out. We'll bring you on, make the conversation go a little bit easier. But put whatever it is you want to put in the chat and steer us in whatever direction you want. Obviously, just please don't get me banned or anything like that. That's all I'm saying. Oh, boy. Anyway, listen. Also, don't forget to vote. I've already tabulated all the voting on the other channels. So again, every week I put out a poll on 2 on YouTube, one here for the stream, one in the community chat, one on Patreon, one on X, and one on Facebook. And I go ahead of time. Go ahead, crack. I think you might be muted, brother. And I go ahead of time and show everybody, give everybody the opportunity to vote before the stream. And now there's one live in the stream that will end at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Alexandra G is in the house. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And listen, thank you for sharing everything, Alexandra G. Every time I've got a post going on X, you are all over it and sharing it. And I really, really do appreciate that. Truly, I do.
Yes, CCM, I know I was muted, but you were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh no, that's okay. I just want to let you know so you didn't start talking and then I didn't hear you. Okay, so again, for those who are new here, I basically take $25 every week, show you how you can dollar cost average into cryptocurrency. 15 of that 25 automatically goes into Bitcoin, and boy, has it been a good week to be buying Bitcoin, right? I mean, we hit some lows down below 80K. And if you're to believe some of what's going on, we're going to be going back down that way. But if you guys want to talk about that, we certainly can. I did do my DCA this week. I actually put a little bit extra in this week, trying to somewhat follow that Piper plan. And anyway, the other $10, you guys get to vote what we're going to dollar cost average into. Every 6 months, I kind of change it up. This is what you can vote for in this first half 2025 cycle. ADA, Dash, Gala, Link, Litecoin, and XLM. And listen, I'll tell you in a minute who's in the lead. If for whatever reason, because a couple of these platforms only give me 4 options, if the one of the 4 options that is on the poll is not what you want to vote for, throw it in the chat and I will make sure that it is recorded. And Alexandra G saying, hey, Bedell, there you go. And I know, Alexandra G, you're the best. You are all over all of it, but I still need to give you the praise because you're awesome. So what do you think, Bedell? What was in the lead before we started the stream? Yeah, I'll bring it back up to give you the
yes, XLM.
Well, that's a great guess, and that one is tied for second place, but not in the lead. God, I'll give you another one.
Link.
Oh. Now, as much as Joe wanted Link is tied for last place right now. So first place by a decent margin before the stream. Nope. Litecoin.
Damn.
Litecoin by a decent margin. Cardano is the one tied for second place with XLM.
I had a 50-50 shot and I still missed it.
Oh, that's funny. But again,
you hear the old lady yelling at the kids in the background, but
that's all right. You guys are outside and enjoying 80-degree weather. I'm only this much jelly.
I like the weather. The wind, no, the wind can go away. Like,
yep.
There's just stuff rattling that has never rattled before, and it's only supposed to get like twice as bad. And I'm like, yeah. That's why I was telling you, like, before the stream started, I was like, yeah, I might have to go after like 2, maybe 3 hours, because if the wind gets that as bad as they're saying, I'm expecting the power to go out. So I'd rather just leave on a nice note rather than.
Hey, where's your generator?
Yeah, rather than all of a sudden, poof, you're gone. I get it, man, because then we'll be worrying about you. No,
yeah, my girlfriend just said, well, where's the generator? And I was like, yeah, it's right there, but if the power is out, is the internet still going to work? I mean,
no, but
I can supply a power, but is there internet? I don't know.
Well, listen, the thing and the most important thing is that you and the fam are safe. So don't you be worrying about us. We got beer. We got internet. Hopefully, we keep internet, and then we'll keep going. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I could always join through my phone, but I don't know. I'm just expecting the power to go out and the kids being all freaking out and running around the house with flashlights like crazed maniacs having fun. So
there you go.
We'll see what happens, but
you know, when we used to have those storms like that when I was a kid, I used to kind of like it because, you know, a lot of times I was with my grandparents when they happened, and they would go around just lighting candles all over the place. So you were literally going room by candlelight, you know, doing whatever it was you were doing. The only time was kind of pain in the butt with that was when you were going to the bathroom. I'm just saying. But you know, but like if you were going like in other rooms, and I was a kid at that point, so like, you know, playing around, it was great. It was awesome to be able to do that in the candlelight. So let's see what we got here. Bingo and a bango. And Joe is saying should be here in about 10 for me to, okay, man, take your time. I understand. No worries. Finish up what you got and then come on down. Come on down. Yeah, see, Joe's getting love already, and he ain't even here yet. Jeez Louise.
Everybody gets more love than you, man. I don't know what the deal is.
Hey, you know what? I'm okay. I don't mind being the conduit. Everybody else can get the love. It's all good. It's all good.
I'm just giving you some crap, man.
Everybody I know, and I believe me, I don't mind it. It's what makes the night go by. And now, while you stepped away, I don't know if you were hearing what I was saying, but basically, my theme tonight was, you know, the people in the chat, the people who may want to come on, control the narrative tonight. We'll talk about whatever you want. Doesn't matter what the topic, as long as you're not going to get me banned. That's all I care about. No banning. I don't want to get, you know.
They must have a camera.
I'm sorry, what was that?
They have to have a camera, though, right?
If they're going to come live, I'd prefer that, yes. Seriously, Joe? That's all right.
You were talking
for Joe, okay. Cheers.
Cheers, Joe.
There we go.
And all I know, come on, we're going to do another cheers. So in about 10 minutes, we got another cheers coming.
Yes, and for everybody else. But that they control the narrative thing applies to whoever comes on live. So you also get you also get to control the narrative if you want. So look at this guy. Look at this guy. Cheers. 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 All right. Cheers. Nice try, Joe. Oh man.
You must not have a spam blocker on, because I feel a spam blocker would have caught that after like the third or fourth. I think there was
it's like 10 of them in the chat. Yeah, cheers, baby. Man, it's gonna be what's this? It's gonna be a 27-minute show. Yeah, exactly. Facts. Absolutely. And Alexandra G joining in here. Cheers to Joe. Yep, exactly. He's trying to get me shitted already. Dang. All right. Cheers to Sin. Sin, you're new, just coming on in. So you want to know what? Or at least into the chat anyway. So cheers to you. There we go. Love it. Yeah. See, and everybody else laughing about it. I love it. Listen, man, this is the casual combo with just chillaxing, having a beer, and shooting the proverbial crap right now. So what do you guys think? This has been a hell of a week price-wise for crypto, right? At least we'll start out on crypto. Like I said, I mean, we have Bitcoin below 80K there for a little while. And man, it's hard to watch, but you want to know what? I really don't mind. It's just, to me, another buying opportunity. What say you, Bedell?
I would agree with that. It's a buying opportunity for sure. But if you would have watched the show on, I believe it was Tuesday night with Army Piper, BC Corp, and you and I, you would know probably the reason and may know the reason as to what may come in the future.
Yes, that's a good point. That is a good point.
So if you were
And
here on Tuesday
yep,
and if you weren't, you should go watch that episode because
absolutely.
that was like, I want to say alpha, but it was actually really good.
Oh man, I mean between Army Piper, BC Port Corp, and yourself, I mean I didn't have to do anything. I could have walked away from that show because there was
I mean,
just
I didn't really have that much to say, but I did say a few things, just like you. You know, you said a few things. You probably said a little bit more than me, but
oh
I mean,
man,
like
but
the things that we talked about on Tuesday night were just
yeah, it was cool. It was great. And we had a lot of people that I didn't even get a chance because I didn't want to cut like Piper off or BC off or whatever that were in the chat that I honestly didn't even get a chance to shout out and or even like recognize by jumping in the chat. I was so busy when you're running a show like that. See, Friday nights is not so bad. I got Bedell here to help me. It's more laid back. So if I don't respond right away to something, it's whatever because it's Friday night. We're having a beer, you know. But on a show like that, I like to try to stay on top of everything. But you know, you're forced to run the show, and when you're running the show, it's also you can't always, you know, dive into everything like that. Shuby is in the house. Shuby, welcome.
a lot of people say that I'm in your man shed. I think it's what you called it.
There it is. There it is. What people don't know don't hurt. There you go. Hey, Shuby, you're here. You're in the chat. Cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers, brother.
Hopefully, if you have time, you'll be able to jump in later. Always appreciate you being here. And yeah, so I mean, did you end up buying anything there, Bedell, this week at all?
No, it's actually the first week in a little while that I haven't sold or bought.
Well, I get why not selling, man. Whew. It's been tough. I know we're getting a little bit of a bounce right now, but even the bounce seems mighty weak.
I just up until like say a month ago, I was just taking profits and putting that shit in my bank account.
Yep.
And paying bills. And now it's just like I don't really have the extra money per se to spend because I have all these other things that I want to do.
Yep.
But I'm not going to sell because the market's been red for a freaking month straight, if not more. Like, okay, yeah, you may get a little green, a little dark green here and there for a day or two, but then it goes red and it goes deep, dark red. And it's like, then that lasts like a week. And it's like, I'm not selling to lose money. I'm going to sell to make money. That's it.
Got it.
I mean, I still have some XRP, and I did show you guys offline, you and BC Port Corp, that my average XRP is 21 cents. Like I could sell right now and have a profit, but I'm still holding on.
And why not? Things go the way they're supposed to go. It's going to be even higher. And for everybody, I just put the link in the live chat for the live stream that Bedell was just talking about with me, him, BC Port Corp, and Army Piper this past Tuesday. If you haven't already watched that, go watch that. And then make sure you're signing up for Piper Academy and get yourself at least the YouTube membership for Piper Academy, because then you can go into his Discord and get some good alpha with regard to DCAing into Bitcoin. So at least that. And
I'm telling you, like on Tuesday night, man, Piper did a great job of
hell yeah.
Talking about like himself and like the things that he's accomplished in his life and the ways that you can get there, like using credit cards to maximize like your income. Like you get this credit card and it may pay for Netflix. So then you can cancel Netflix and use the credit card.
Yep.
You know, and it's like things like that save you $10 or $15 a month on one little purchase.
Amen.
Now, if you magnify that by like 5, okay, you're saving $60 a month. Yeah, a lot of people, $60 a month ain't a much, but $60 of free money every month is a lot to some people, and you can turn that 60 and just buy Bitcoin.
Right here,
Yeah.
man. I mean, I'm sorry.
But
It
then
just
he
is.
was also talking about the MVP oscillator.
Yes.
Oh, and it's like when to buy, and like you just follow the chart. It's like, you know, you can turn that 60 into like 180. Yeah, it may take a year or two, but
Well,
what are you going to do with it?
Exactly. That's the idea. That's the idea. And Alexandra G all over it, dropping the link to the Piper Academy YouTube. Thank you, Alexandra. And Shuby, hey, I get it. No problem. Be safe. Take care of the fam, have them come over. Be safe from the storms. You know the drill. Hi. I can see half of a person. There we go. There she is.
This is my oldest daughter.
I was gonna say she got to be the oldest one because she's looking looking older. Let me guess. 13.
11, almost 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 13. That's not bad. I was close.
I mean, a month and a half away from 12,
Welcome
but
back to our class.
Wait, Dad, can you help me?
Go ahead. Take care of what you need to take care of. Alexandra G put in here. What's she say? Profits. Sheesh. I should have sold when Piper did at 1027. Yeah, no kidding, right?
I gotta run inside real quick because she can't get her one contact out of the 2, so I gotta help her.
No, go take care of things, man. Take care of things.
Give me a minute or two. Maybe.
No problem. Go. Yeah, I know it's tough at this point, Alexandra, if you're going to be trying to take any kind of profits. Yeah, now's not the time. And you're right. Anybody that was looking to do that should have did it like Piper did back at 1027. And listen, and I see Alexandra just put in links to Piper Academy's YouTube. So make sure you're following them there. That link is always in the description of all my videos and live streams. So make sure that you are following those guys, because I'll tell you what, it's not just Piper. You've got BC Pork Corp in there. You've got Piper. You've got the OC guy. Can't forget the OC guy. You got Tradefly in there. You got Joe from Trade Intuition in there. Luna Beaches Crypto. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Alexandra G, help me out here. I feel like I'm missing somebody. But plenty of good information there. So make sure you're following them. And yes, Discord. I believe it's a free Discord. And then you get into like the special rooms for this other information, like the upper classroom. And then the other one where he's doing the DCA for Bitcoin, if you're on like his YouTube membership as well. But I believe the actual Discord, like to get into the general stuff, is free. Correct me if I am wrong, Alexandra, but thank you for putting that in there. What's to say? I'm just going to hold on for as long as it. Yeah, right. Exactly. At this point, why not? And see, a lot of people. And okay, here we go. Wait, I should probably put up story time, right? I got to create like a little video intro or something with regard to story time, because I mean, I get it. I put it up like this, but something to kind of pop that in there. I got to work on that. Anyway, I get what Alexandra was just saying, where she was saying, oops, oh, it automatically disconnected. I thought I could go back and forth. That's what I know. Where, she's just going to hold as long as it takes. And I get that part. And that's kind of how I feel when, people talk to me like, why are you not like cycling your money? Like I went through it with Daniel Diaz in an episode of Crypto on the Rocks back in like, I don't know, December or something, when he was on. And, we were talking about his wealth cycling strategy, which I think is a great strategy, by the way, if that's what you're looking to do. It's a kind of conservative way to still wealth cycle and build your wealth. And I do it where I'm being, or at least for the majority of what I'm DCAing into here on Crypto on the Rocks as a hodler. Take it, DCA into it wherever it is. I do it every week on a Wednesday. And then I take that, put it into a cold storage wallet. Yes, Tangem, that's the cold storage wallet. And I just literally stock it aside, and there we go. Each grandchild gets whatever that portfolio is. And so even for my older grandchildren, it's still going to be several years before they're even going to come close to being able to have that money. So I'm looking at it as several years of hodl on Bitcoin primarily, because I take 15 of the 25, put it into Bitcoin every week, and then several years of hodl on whatever the portfolio happens to be on that particular 6-month cycle. So again, for those who haven't voted, make sure you do vote. And so this particular 6-month cycle, these are your options. And again, remember, if you're voting in the poll that's here on YouTube, that's live on YouTube as we speak, they only give me 4 options, and there are 6 that you can vote for. So if you're the option you want to vote for is not in that poll, throw it in the chat and I will record that vote. When we started the stream, Litecoin had a pretty good lead over all these others. So anyway, yeah, so that's the way I look at that. And I guess that pretty much wraps up story time there for me. Why is my story time thing? There it goes. Technical difficulties. I don't know. These gremlins are out. Joe sent his gremlins ahead of him. Sent the gremlins ahead of him tonight. Oh, thank you, Alexandra G. I appreciate that. Let me see. Oh, Tradefly is on his own now. I got everybody. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I didn't realize Tradefly was on his own. Okay, great. Awesome. Glad I got everybody. I mean, I don't get to personally watch everybody all the time. I mean, I don't know how Alexandra G does it. I really don't. I'll go on in the morning, and BC Pork Corp starts earlier now. He starts at 0630, so 6:30 my time, so Eastern, and she's there. And then, you know, if I'm going live, even like now, she's here. I'll tell you, I don't know how people can do that, and Alexandra G is all over it. And I appreciate you saying that about what I was talking about with the DCA thing. And now to that point, Alexandra, to that you're talking about this. I mentioned earlier, back as I started the stream, when I was talking about the price of Bitcoin this week being down below 80K, and in Tuesday's stream, again, link is in this live chat. I just put it in there, and if you haven't watched it, watch it. Toward the end, Army Piper is talking about his DCA portfolio, and in particular, how he puts out his, you know, whether it's 1x, 2x, 3x, your normal DCA to get the best buy-in price. And I decided this week, given the pullback, why would you not start on a good pullback? So I did do that with as much as I had, because, you know, I only got so much, right? But I thought, you know what? I'm going to try that. I am going to try the Piper method with regard to that. Yes, she is a real G. Absolutely, Sin. Absolutely. BC Pork Corp is in the house. Yeah, she never sleeps, man. I'll tell you what. She is the mod. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love 3X. Yeah, right? Right? Who the hell doesn't? Who doesn't? Oh, man. What else I got? Yes, the Piper plan. Yeah, I mean, it makes great sense. And even especially when after the live stream, we were talking offline and kind of going through it a little bit more. And yeah, it makes complete sense to me. I wish I had followed that plan from way back in the day when I first got into crypto. Be in a completely different position than I am right now. Just saying. Anyway, So yes, I'm going to be trying that. Piper was good enough to, well, I have a YouTube membership with him and T.I. Joe. So make sure that you're following both those guys. Again, links in the description. And so yes, I joined the Discord finally. And so here we are. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. All right. Might as well polish this thing off. So cheers. All right, that's done. And so just so anybody who's just kind of jumping in knows what's going on, I have T.I. Joe coming in soon. He was just wrapping up some stuff, so hopefully he will be here shortly. Bedell just had to go take care of something for his daughter, so he will be back. And then I don't know, he's under like a weather gun right now. It's like 80 degrees where he's at, but I guess they got some bad weather moving in, huge winds and all that kind of stuff. So he may be bailing on us a little early tonight, depending on how the weather goes. That's fine with me. No problem. We will just keep clipping along as it goes. But there it is. Automatic beats. Yes. Passed out. So there are nights that he does. I don't think tonight is going to be that night. He kind of seems a bit excited about being here, to be quite frank. But anyway, yes. As a matter of fact, go ahead back to some of the previous Crypto on the Rocks. Matter of fact, I even did a short about one of them where 100 Air was on, and he was going through this whole 18-year trading cycle thing. So go ahead and find that. And then, Bedell fell asleep, and I during that short, there we go, get that bad boy open. During that short, I actually kind of zoomed on into Bedell, and 100 Air is like, oh, I knocked out Bedell, and then all of a sudden you just see Bedell turn around and kind of wave. So he was faking. He was playing possum about being out cold there, which I thought was kind of funny. Anyway, appreciate everybody being here tonight. You control the conversation. Throw whatever you want in the chat. If you want to come on, reach out to me. My contacts are out there, and I will do my best to bring you on, and you can talk live about whatever it is. You control it. Like I said, pretty much nothing's off the table. Long as you're not going to go getting me banned this week. That's all I'm saying. I'm just kind of getting there. Don't be getting me banned in that already. Yes, exactly. We all get a big laugh at Bedell. But it's nothing. It comes from love. He's a good guy. Good guy. Anyway, so come on, help me out. What do you guys want to talk about tonight? Because Lord knows, I keep talking about pricing lately, as much as God knows. But Bedell, and speaking of Bedell, he's back. Welcome back. Appreciate you. And
yeah, sorry, I said I had to get my oldest daughter's contact out of her eye, and I did try one time, but I feel as a parent, you got to teach them how to do it, and she actually did it by herself.
Nice.
On her first day of having contacts. So I don't know.
Nice.
Maybe a proud papa moment, but not really.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Proud papa moments are allowed. And there you go. Yes. Bedell getting more love from Automatic Beats as always. Yeah, hey, guys, like I said, wherever you want to go. I was just telling everybody about my signing up with Piper's Discord. And after that conversation we had with him on and off the stream. And I said this week I've tried a little bit, as much as I could, with the Piper plan to get some of that in. You know, he was at, I think the time we were talking, 3x DCA on Bitcoin at that point. And I can see why, when it's down, around 79K, for crying out loud. And so I was telling everybody about that, and then
like that MVP oscillator he was talking about, and I don't remember if that was on air or off air, but it was like pretty much shows the perfect time to buy Bitcoin at the bottom.
Yeah, I think
And
that was off when we were off air. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm like, hey, you know what? If this is the perfect time to buy because of this indicator, and I'm not saying he made a bunch of money, but he bought at the bottom because of this indicator. It's like, well, shit.
Mhm.
That'd be a good indicator just for everybody to have, like, not when to sell, but just when to buy, because this oscillator showed you the bottom, and it's like, all right, buy here, buy here, buy here. And it's like, Joe said is like 10%, 10%, 20%, like you slowly buy and you don't just go 100% all in. It's just
Right. And the same thing with exiting, and Piper talked about that too. I think he said if you went from the last low to where he took profit at around 1027, you had basically regained 80% of whatever your investment was in just profit. So you're only on the hook for like 20% of your total investment. I can live with that. I can live with that. Take that profit off the table, stick it in USDT, and then ready to deploy when it comes to, like we just had here this week with a 3x. Do it, baby. Why not?
oh shit, we got Buck in the chat.
Oh, Buck.
Buck, Army Piper on Tuesday night told me after hours I need to get a hold of you because I'm a miner also, and I have not done that yet. But you sound like you're a really big miner rather than me is just kind of like an at-home miner. So that's kind of the delay, but
right. Yeah, I don't know. Is that me or you? I don't know.
no,
I'm seeing
I put that up there because I don't think he's ever been in our chat yet. I mean, maybe, but
he just gave good advice right there. Never go full retard. There you go. And that's a good military tactic right there. Nope, I'm a little guy. Well, there you go.
I don't know, man. I mean, some of the stuff Piper was saying about you after hours.
All good. Just put that up.
Yeah, I'm not saying bad, but I'm just saying, like, you don't sound like a little guy. I mean, yeah, you're not probably a 50 megawatt farm, but you're probably a lot bigger than I am. But no, welcome, Buck.
Yes,
Thanks for
cheers.
tuning
Cheers for Buck.
in. Maybe you got to have a talk sometime, according to Piper.
Here we go. And again, Buck, I don't know if you've been sitting lurking in the background, but this is you guys control the stream night. So if there's something you want to talk about, throw it on in there. If you want to come and join us, let me know. And yeah, Buck says hit him up. There you go. Anywho, yeah, so that's what I was talking about while you were away. I'm glad everything worked out with your daughter to get those contacts. Once she gets used to it, man, those contacts are gonna be just like, be easy peasy lemon squeezy in and out.
Well, she showed up without glasses. I was like, well, you got your glasses? And she's like, yeah. I was like, you got your contacts in? Because I knew she was going to get contacts. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And then her mom sends me like this whole list, like handwritten list of like, first day is this hour, this many hours, second day, this many hours, third day, this many hours, like through like a whole like couple weeks. And I'm like, well, what day is she on?
Yeah, she's that would be good information.
I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know.
Details.
So then, so I get that message. I'm like, all right, yeah. Well, it's time for her to take them out. And I'm like, hey, can you take out your contacts, please? Because I gave her the whole thing about like my eyes. Like, I can't have LASIK because I have so many scars in my eyes.
Oh, I did not know that. I was just checking to see if Joe messaged me. Sorry, but nothing from Joe yet.
No, I love contacts, but I would love sleeping in them for as long as possible. So between both of my eyes, I have 47 scars in my eyes, and that's why I can't do LASIK.
Oh shit! Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought you're not supposed to sleep with contacts. Is that
There's
correct?
certain contacts you can, and certain contacts you can't.
Okay. I've never had contacts, and only like one relative that I can even think of had them. And I remember her saying that yeah, you couldn't sleep with them in your eyes or something, but that may have been a time period.
You're
there.
not supposed to most of the time, but like there's certain contexts that you can. Like I used to have night and days. They're good for like a month. Well, say 30 days, and you can sleep
Okay.
in them. But after 30 days, you got to take them out and throw them away, and then you need like a week or two without contacts.
Okay.
But I used to take those night and days that were monthlies, and I'd wear them for 6 to 8 months.
Holy shit.
Until they started to bother my eyes, and then that's when I would take them out. But then that's when you start to get like an infection in your eye, which then would create a scar.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, I got a bad. Me and contacts have a bad history, but it's just my choice. It's they're only good for a month. Let me wear them for 8. You know, like I'm
Sounds
not
almost
blaming
like a story time right
I'm
there.
not throwing anybody under the bus. It's all my fault, 100%. Like it's good for a month. I'll wear them for 8. Fine. Like
There you go. There you go.
I'm trying to teach my kids to not be like me. Like that's fine. You got bad eyes. I get that because me and your mother both have bad eyes. But don't sleep in your contacts. Don't be like me.
Yeah. Don't be me. Yes, I get it. I get it. So when contacts were working well for you, did you prefer contacts or do you prefer glasses?
Oh, I preferred contacts because the problem with glasses is you can't wear freaking what are they called? Sunglasses. There we go.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, unless you get those little clip-on things that go on the.
Yeah, but like my eyes have so many scars in them that sunglasses, even wearing them inside, is helpful.
Really?
Like the whole transition, like when I go from inside to outside, my eyes take like an hour or two to transition, as most people's eyes take a few minutes.
Yep.
So it's like when I have glasses on, I have to wear like a hat, like, and I'm like walking around like this, like, I'm only trying to look at what I'm seeing like a few feet in front of me because the sun just
not letting in the rest of that ambient light
as quick as most people.
I get it. I understand. I wanted to ask you something else, and then wow, it just left. I don't know. It'll come back in the building at some
Full
point.
of shit that people think I'm in Shuby's man cave. No, I'm at home in my garage. That air compressor is for sale.
There you go. In air compressor. There you go. That's awesome. Hey, listen, nothing wrong with being in the garage. Hell, you've been on this stream while you're sitting at your fire pit for like a couple of streams.
Yeah, last summer.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be doing that again this summer. That'd be good. Hell, I got to try and do that one night maybe. Although running it from outside would be a pain in the ass. I don't know if I could do it.
I think it'd be funny if you guys hear the neighbors yell "Hey," because there's like this much smoke coming from the fire, and fucking 6 feet around, and they bitch about the smoke. I think that'd be funny if you guys heard that, but
Yeah, well, whatever. We can do it. We'll turn it into a story time. Andrea in the house. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. And yes, you're here. So let's do it. Cheers it is for Andrea being in the house.
Cheers.
Oh, and look at this.
I was like, Chuck Danger's in the house.
Chuck Danger is here. And all right, cheers, Chuck Danger.
I don't know if you want to, but I will.
Oh, we're good about that. We're good about that. Yes. Happy Friday to Andrea. Happy Friday to all of you. I know you're all in different time zones here, so some of you are just kind of getting to the let's start the weekend kind of thing. But I appreciate you sharing your Friday nights with us. I truly do. It is it's great having everybody in here.
So Chuck, I'm going to send you a picture or two tomorrow through Discord Because my plants, man, 2 weeks into flower, and like 2 out of the 6 are doing fucking. They're just praying every fucking day. It's crazy. Not like the 2 mother plants, I don't know, but I don't know. Shit's just crazy. But he knows what I'm talking about. I'm not going to share it per se.
Yeah, like I said, hey, listen, you guys can talk whatever you want. Like I said, just don't get me banned already. I'm just getting close. Don't ban
to
me.
be a little conservative about it. Like I'm not showing those pictures, but
And I
I'm not
appreciate that. Joe is in the house. Joe, welcome. All right, Joe is now officially here. I know. We're gonna do it. Cheers to you, Joe. Oh yeah, I know. He's got to get his drink, but cheers. And tonight is a you guys control the stream night, so you guys can bring up whatever topic you want. Again, just don't be getting me banned and shit. And Andrea's asking, did they raise the debt ceiling yet? And I don't, unless I missed it, because I haven't checked since we've gone live. But I last I heard they have not approved that continuing resolution, which would be what is necessary to do that. At least last I heard. If I'm wrong, guys, correct me. I mean, that's why we're here. Let's put out the right information, if nothing else. And a new plug. Oh, for what you were. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. I think he's referring to what you were just saying there, Bedell. Okay, sorry. A little slow. And ironically, I'm only
maybe not, I don't know.
second beer in here, so who knows? Joe, how's things going, brother? You must be busy as shit this week with the way prices are going all over the flipping place.
Yeah, yes and no, but I'm just trying to get ready for when it does take off. But it's rough right now, very rough. I heard y'all talking about it earlier. Now I got a question for everybody, and including the chat. What has been your biggest mistake this season? What has been your biggest mistake?
Wow, that's a great question. That's a great question.
Oh, I got married. No, I don't want to hear that.
All right. Yeah. What's been your biggest crypto mistake?
Yeah.
That's all.
Let me see.
When it was over $3, when I sold most of my bag at $2. That would honestly be my biggest mistake.
What coin was this?
XRP.
So your biggest mistake was not holding longer? Or
yeah.
What? Okay.
Because I sold quite a bit at $2, but then I sold even more at $3, and then I sold a little bit more on the way down. And it's like, well, my average price for XRP is 21 cents a coin, so it's like I don't care if I sell or not. Like I'm still in the profit.
Yeah.
But
so you sold some at
$2, but
right. So you sold some at $2, and then you sold more at $3. Now, question: what if you didn't sell at $2? So your biggest mistake is not just holding more and selling at $3. That's your biggest mistake, right? Because you could have made more money.
Yeah.
Okay. So, question: let's say you didn't sell at $2, and it's going to $2.89, $2.95, $2.70, $2.30, $1.18, and then you sell at $1.18. Then, because now you know what happened. Now your biggest mistake was, man, it was at $2 and I didn't sell. So you actually did an amazing job because you sold at $2, not all of it, but some of it, and you saw it go to $3, and then you sold more, which is good, and then hopefully it can go to $4, but it didn't, and as it's coming down, you sold. So to me, that is not a big mistake. That's like doing what every trader dreams of doing. So you should pat yourself on the back. That's not a big mistake.
Right?
Oh, a 10x on your investment? I mean,
I know, right? It's to Joe's point.
You literally did what every trader dreams of doing because they're like, oh, it's at $2. I'm gonna sell it at $2.50. It goes to $2.50. Oh, I'm gonna sell it at $3. It goes at $3. Man, everybody's saying it's gonna go to $4 or $4.50. I'm gonna wait, and then it comes down, and then it goes up. It's like, okay, good. It came up. It's gonna happen. And then it goes down and down and down. So
greed will kill you every time.
That kind of give me some shit about like the XRP army. I was like, yeah, I was in that in the beginning. Now my bag ain't that big because I sold at a fucking 10 plus X profit. So I don't feel them in the XRP anymore. And they're like, well, why? You're not showing like XRP $10,000 a coin? I'm like, that shit ain't ever going to happen. Like, I sold at $2 because that was a 10X. I sold at $3 because it was what? A 13X, maybe almost a 15X. Like, if you sell at a 10X, you shouldn't regret it. And
Right.
here I am regretting selling at a 10X profit. But
the only reason you're regretting it is because you know that it went higher. Because now you have more data. You know what happened. But in that moment, dude, like that was the best thing you could have done, and you did it. Most don't. Most round trip it.
Right.
So, man, I wish I had my biggest mistake like yours. What about you, CCM?
So far this season, not, you know what, and I'm saying this because I just started doing it, is not following the Piper plan. I really should have done that with whatever little money I had, trying to better myself. I focused so much, and not that I regret focusing on the grandchildren and the whole DCA thing, but it isn't like I had a lot of extra money to be doing that. But I'm doing like we talked about in that stream, kind of trying to pull back any of the extra stuff that I buy that I can go without in order to throw it in. Right now I'm focusing on his first level, which is Bitcoin, and trying to do that. I did it for the first time this week. And I just want to recognize what people have put in the chat real quick so far.
Please.
Alexandra G saying not taking profits. And let's see, Sin is saying not taking enough profits. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could always think you could take more, right? And then Buck is saying being a bitch and not buying more when I should have. Appreciate that. Yeah, I get it. I understand. And then he's like, oh no, my worst mistake was trying to trade when I couldn't pay attention to the well, you know what? I'm betting Joe Garley got tons of stories about shit like that right there.
Yeah.
No doubt. And Crypto Pollo in the house. Appreciate you being here. Cluck, cluck.
cluck,
Appreciate it.
man. Let's go.
Yeah. And so that takes it up. I did put the Q&A in there so people can see it when they come into the chat. And the poll is there, so don't forget to vote. Appreciate everybody. Joe, that was an amazing question.
Yep. Now, for me, of course, registered nurse, crap load of money, no kids, no family, no nothing, very small place. Bills, I've always lived under my means.
Yep.
So I literally had money to burn. And so my biggest mistake is instead of investing, but to be honest though, at that time I didn't know about crypto. But if I would have, so I guess mine's kind of like a pre-crypto thing, but I was literally living like a rock star. I could not run for Congress or any kind of government official thing. Like I was literally living like a rock star, and I wasted all my money. So then in the in the bear market, the biggest mistake, which kind of goes in play with that, in the bear market, my biggest mistake was saying, "Oh well, it's still coming down. I'll buy next month. Oh, it's still coming down. I'll buy next month." And then before I knew it, it's the heavens here already. Holy crap! So like that was my biggest mistake as far as not actually buying when I should have. Now, because I'm part of the Piper Academy and I'm watching them and everything, Army Piper dude is freaking smart, and the whole community is so smart. Now I know, and all this is just learning. Living like a rock star, man.
No, I couldn't help it. That was like great.
Anytime I had those memories, oh my gosh! And I have a horrible memory, but I tell you what, good Lord. All right. Anyway, but anytime I talk about it, I get just happy. But being around those people, and you always want to be around smarter people. You really do.
Amen.
And that's what y'all were talking about on stream. I believe it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget what day it was, but
Yeah, you are on. It was Tuesday night, and it's you are who you surround yourself with. If you want to surround yourself with drug addicts, you're going to be a drug addict. If you surround yourself with smart, mindful people, you're going to be similar to that. If you surround yourself with really smart people that want to do better for themselves and they're better than fit their family also, then you're going to be a part of that group because you are who you surround yourself with.
Right.
Amen.
Yeah. So like for me, just not doing all that stuff. So now with Piper and everything, and I'm hearing them and I'm actually taking it in. So next bear market, of course, be DC AIM, and then it's just gonna be so much better. And that's what happens. The first cycle, you mess up. You don't make any money because you round trip it. Second cycle, you make money because now you know about round tripping. Third cycle, I mean, you're set because you've already done the mistakes on that one. You've improved on the second one, and the third one, you make it.
Yep. That's truth. And I'm putting that link again for those who didn't watch that stream. I'm putting it into the live chat right now.
That was
again.
A great stream.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I'm not saying that because I put it on or whatever. It's not about that. It's listen, those guys, like I said, they put out some great information, and I'm glad that they did. I
bet there's a lot of clips you can make from that video.
I'm working on them. I'm so far behind on stuff. Yeah, I am working on it though.
That little video of the clip that you released the other day from Valentine's Day, I was like, that was actually pretty good.
It was good, wasn't it?
Like when me and Miss Bedell were talking and the mic was live and other people were talking, I was like, all right, well, I mean, you could have cut that out, but
but I couldn't because it would have cut out the conversation.
Right. Yeah, I know. But that was still a good clip.
It was a great clip.
A lot of the clips that you make are actually really good too.
Well, because it breaks out a conversation, for example, that we're having here on Crypto on the Rocks. That may not necessarily be the conversation of the day for this stream, but like, for example, that AI one, everybody that was a part of that AI one put out a good point. Joe, I think, put out 2 good points on that AI one. You guys were like, you and Miss Bedell, right on that, and even 100 Air coming up and kind of pulling it all together. It was great. It was absolutely a great clip. Well, I hear the train.
I can't really do anything about that except for mute the mic, but
tell them you're live. Tell them you're live. Hey, I'm live. Keep it down.
Yeah. Shut that damn horn off. Yeah. That's funny.
I tell you what, Crypto Boyle, he makes a good point. It says in crypto, you better take profits and take them often. Now, there's a plus and a minus to that. The plus is you're securing your profits. That's the plus. The minus is just like how Bedell was saying, because now we see after the fact that we're taking profits at $1, at $1.50, at $2, at $3, and then now we have so little that when it goes up to 5 and 7 and 12 and 30, it's like, man, I barely have any left over to make anything. So now you have the, man, I woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome. Yes, I said woulda twice. The woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda syndrome.
Yeah, no.
Where it's like, man, I would have made so much more money if I would have just held. But that's only because you know what happened. Because it could have easily come down.
Oh, so. God, yeah. And Andrea is saying mine would be, and this is back to Joe's question, probably not having enough liquid on and ready at all time. You know what? That's such a good point right there. Yeah. I mean, I know I don't keep a lot liquid because I just can't afford to do that. And I got to believe that I'm probably in the position of most people. I mean, you probably hear that a lot, Joe. I mean, I know you've talked about a couple of stories about people that want to join your group because I need to make money now. It's like that commercial. I need it and I need it now. Well, you know what? It doesn't work that way.
I mean, I'm sure that's copyrighted, but it's my money and I need it now.
Yep. That's it. And I get that if you had a little bit liquid, and that's my goal after trying to do this Piper plan in what is now this cycle where we're kind of working our way back up, and I'm going to try and follow that, is so next time I don't have this regret right here.
Right.
So thank you all for sharing, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And there you go. I love the sound of the train. There it is. And BC, of course we do. Use that link. Come on in. You are always welcome, my friend. By all means. Poyo saying, I sleep better taking some profit and have cash on the side. That ride to break even or lose. Yeah, I get that. I mean, if you've already taken some profits, how can you not sleep better? First off, and then bonus, you got some, like Andrea saying, some dry powder, some liquidity, something on the side where you can deploy that when you need to. How can you? Yeah, sleep like a baby.
Yep.
Sleep like
I'll tell you what, if I had a job, if I was working as a nurse, man, I'd be working some overtime like crazy and just stacking up that cash. Yeah. There's been times too where it's like, man, you know, I can probably do my group and all the streams and take care of the group and do all the updated videos and work. I was like, no, I can't work. I can't work if I'm doing all that other stuff. So it's like,
I hear that. And yeah, smash up that like, everybody. Appreciate everybody being here. I know we got a bunch of lurkers. We got a bunch of people on X. Appreciate you. I just went and shot you guys a message over there on X. Although not as many. Last week we were X heavy with our viewers last week. This week we got currently 5 people there on X, and BC is just popping in. Here you go. Welcome, BC. Appreciate you. Thanks for showing up, my friend.
Welcome, man.
Oh,
yes. That's right, baby.
Cheers. God damn it.
Yes, sir. BC, what's good? You're just getting home from work? The semi job?
Just getting home. I stopped off at my girl's house to pick up some things that I had left there, and then got home like literally a few minutes ago. So
well,
yeah.
You are always welcome here, my
friend.
Your
beard look even bigger though. Like when you first joined, I was like, God damn, did his beard like reach his belly button or what? And then
no, it grows.
Like, okay, it didn't.
It grows really quick though. I got it trimmed up at the beginning of February, and it's already getting back to where I wanted it. He took off way too much, and I'm now starting to get happy with how long it's getting. So
yeah. That beard game, man. Sometimes
yeah, it is right here. Poyo saying it right here. BC,
I love it, Poyo. It takes a lot of work, honestly. People don't realize, like, they're just like, oh, you just grow the facial hair and you leave it. It's like, no, I gotta oil this every single day, and I gotta put beard conditioner in it at least 3-4 times a week, and then you gotta like comb it out and all that. It's like, but it's also cheaper than shaving. So
there's his beard is literally almost down to his belly button, and he has it like professionally done like 3 times a week. And I'm like, is it really even worth it? Like he's in a couple magazines just for his beard, and I'm like, oh, you take so much good care of your beard. I get it, it looks good, but is it really worth it? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like to me, I just want to trim it like kind of like this, you know, a little scruff, but
I mean, listen, this is as good as it's gonna get. When it gets a little, even just to where I can pull it, it's like, okay, that's too much. That's just too damn much. You know?
Right, but I got to it's like in beard magazines, and he spends hundreds of dollars times a week just on trimming his beard and manicuring his beard, and he's in magazines. It's like, okay, I guess that could be fun, but what's really the point? Like, it's just a beard.
It just sounds like he has the money for it. Whereas like most of the time, I just take care of it myself and I trim it up myself. It's like you get those little longer areas that are because they grow a little more than the rest of them, and you just got to go in and you just got to trim it up on the bottom, and then you're all shaped up. But then every once in a while, you know, it gets a little unruly, and you're like, "Hey, barber, can you like really reshape this for me so I can like keep it going?" That's probably like once every 3-4 months.
It is nice to go to the barber and get that straight edge, kind of cleaning up
Oh, yeah.
everything. It really is. I got to admit that. I got to admit that. But right here, Buck is laying it out. You know, if you're as pretty as BC, it's worth it.
I appreciate that, Buck. I appreciate that. Honestly, I only spend like 20 bucks every 2 months to keep my beard looking the way that it does. Some beard oil and some beard conditioner, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about time? Not that I'm trying to really get personal or whatever, but what about time wise with actually doing that kind of stuff?
Just after you shower, whenever you would normally like shave or something like that, takes me about as much time. Throw in some oil. Oil is every single day. So like that's an every single day thing. If you want it to stay soft and you want it to have that nice look, you oil it every single day, and then the conditioner every other day or so, and that'll also allow you to shape it. So
It's like the man's version of brushing. Like, I kind of fucked that up, but it's like a man's version of a woman brushing their hair every day. You know, like with detangler, so it doesn't get detangled, or you know, take a look. So like a man would just put this gel in his beard and just brush it every day or comb it, and that's kind of it. Like, same thing like a woman does every day with their hair. You know, they want to make sure it's nice and straight, and this, that, and the other. It's kind of the same thing, I feel.
Oh yeah. I mean, as long as you take care of it, it's all fine. It's just extra work for me because I also got the curls on top of my head, so I got to put in extra work there. Oh, I see you got a full house over there, Bedell.
Oh, hi, sweetheart.
Just turned red.
Hi, sweetie.
So, like, one of these days, you just got to get one of those fake beards and join us.
I was gonna say, Joe. That means you got to grow a beard, brother. That's what that means.
Trying. Since '86, no shave November. Since '86.
Oh boy.
Combing it out and everything. Got brush marks. It's crazy.
I got. So like now that I'm this age, it's like the lucky end of genetics. But like when I was in middle school, I was shaving twice a week, and that was a pain. So like, yeah.
See, I don't know. It came in for me like out of high school. Like I shaved in high school, whatever, but not like I didn't need to do it every day. I could get away with, go a week maybe and then get the scruffle going, okay, fine, time to shave. But like you're saying right there, yeah, thank God. That was when I got to college, you know what I mean?
No, in high school, I had to shave every single. I just let it go at the end. Like I was like a sophomore and had like a chin strap that was like that thick. I was like, I just give up. I don't know what to do. It's so much work. You like shave it. I'd literally shave at the beginning of the same here. I'll shave at the beginning of the day. At the end of the day, I have facial hair. So it's like, you know what, beard? You fucking win. You wanted it. You get to stay.
I love it. You win. There it is. It's so funny because I remember when I was in boot camp, you got to be clean shaven. There's none of that bullshit. You know what I mean? And there were guys like you in boot camp, like you got to shave twice a day. They would go for inspection in the morning after they just shaved. Okay, everything's cool. By the end of the day, it was like, what, did you not shave today? No, I really did, honest to God, And then, what, a lot of these guys, I don't know if it's ever happened with you, when they were having to like shave at that point twice a day, basically, they would get those like ingrown hairs in the beard.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I felt bad for them because some of them would get so infected. Oh my God. It was crazy.
And that's a big reason of why I just let the beard go, because every couple of days you're like ingrown hairs and it's causing me to break out, looking like I'm a little 15-year-old with crazy acne, and I'm like, you know what, I don't care anymore. You know what, just you can have
just do it.
Just
hey,
take over.
Man is in the house. You going and okay, Andrea's saying she's feeling not Andrea. Alexandra's saying she
Alexandra
feels left
G.
out of this
Yeah.
conversation too. And what's this? Andrea's saying I have a salon and do more beards than really.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay then. Okay. I thought that would be strictly a barber shop kind of thing.
No,
Interesting.
I mean, if you can, as long as you can shape up a beard, that people will go to you. It doesn't. It takes a little bit of skill, but it's pretty easy to do. Honestly, I learned
Ooh,
to
wrong
do it
one.
at
Hang
home
on.
most of the time.
I like the
Yeah.
beard at the 1/8 attachment. Okay.
That's that's like your level beard there, CCM.
I was gonna say that's got to be pretty close because
Oh yeah.
I mean I don't know. I use my own clippers. I do it all myself, except when I feel like treating myself, and then I go to the barber, get the straight edge, get the hot shave,
yeah.
get the hot towel, the whole 9
Oh,
yards.
yeah. There's just something so nice about a barber, but it's like it's a little too expensive to be like, you know what, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, on a regular
regularly.
basis? Oh, I could
Like,
never. I could never justify it. It costs way too much. I mean, I enjoy it. I don't mind doing it once in a moon, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't afford to do it all the time.
So how much is
And
that? Like
or
that
number
hot,
one and a
hot
half.
towel thing? Is that like 20, 40? How much is that?
I mean, every single time I go to my barber, I'm dropping $80.
80?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Smokes.
If when I go and get that whole thing done, $70 at least.
Oh yeah. Plus,
Has it
$70
always
like,
been like that, or is it like gone up like $40 in like past 5 years?
no, it's probably gone up about like 10, 15.
That sounds right.
Granted,
Wow.
mine's a little more expensive. I do go to a black barber shop. So like mine's a little more expensive
That way you
there.
can hear the gossip from the whole city and everything.
No. Just because I've gone to too many white barbers and they mess my shit up. They don't know what to do with the curls, and they're like, okay, and then just like I just go to the black barbers because they understand my hairstyle,
Careful.
Gotcha.
especially with
And
the beard.
And here she go. I get it, Andrea. Hey, you know what? Hopefully they're giving you a great tip for doing a great job. You know what I mean? Hopefully. And yeah, exactly. That's what I do. Tech man. Exactly. I used to pay 15 now. Oh wow. There you go.
Dang.
Double the price. Double it up.
Like
Now
15's a good price. 20's a good price. Anything over 20, I mean, you doesn't leave any room for a tip. Like they do it for 20, you give them a $10 tip. All right, did a good job.
Yeah, I usually give at least a $10 tip, probably depending on how long it takes them. I usually judge. I don't know about UBC, but for me, when I go and I do that, it's how long it takes them, and you know what I mean. Because if they're being really meticulous about how they're, shaping the sides and all that kind of stuff, it takes a little time. It actually does take a little bit of time.
They just go to great clips. So
Yeah, I know, right? We're gonna be
number 2 on the hair and a number 2 on the beard. I'm like, just a number 2 on everything. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, look at my record. I've been coming here for a fucking 10 years. It's just a number 2 everywhere. It's plain and simple.
What you should
If
do
you
is just
fuck
buy
it
some
up,
clippers,
then you
$45.
don't deserve a job.
Well, exactly.
I
if you
have
buy it
clippers
yourself,
at home. In between going to the barber, I manage my own style.
Yeah,
But, like,
same.
when you want to look extra fresh, like for
Right.
Valentine's Day, I wanted to
Yeah,
look
yeah,
extra
yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drop $80 so I look clean. But like I've known, like Crypto Poyos says 35 total. My barbers know me for 5 years. I just sit. Like my
Wow.
barber's known me for 3 years. The man does immaculate work though.
Yes,
And like
yes.
my beard and all of that, it takes a lot because like it's a lot to handle. And when I want it shaped up, he does a lot of work on it. So it's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna tip you $25. It only
Yep.
cost me the 55 to get my eyebrows, my hair, and my beard done. But here's an extra 25 because you just took an hour of your time.
Yeah, and you were meticulous about it. You were good about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. And I love Tech Man. I let mine grow till the wife gets mad. Amen, brother. Amen. Now, I wanted to. I highlighted this one. Poyo
Yeah.
saying BC
I just pulled up the chart.
Okay, well, go ahead, guys. You attack this question, both of you, because he asked it to both of you.
Well, Joe, do you want to
Read it
handle
out
it first?
He's asking about what you guys think about the ETH Foundation liquidation at 11.6. Was it right? 11.67.
Do we think if it's going to go down that low? Is that the?
And do you think we can bear?
Basically.
They can bear it. You know, what can they do to bear it?
Who's getting liquidated? Market makers? I don't understand.
No,
the ETH Foundation.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
If ETH goes down to 11.67, he's saying here, that sounds right. I think that's what I've heard other people put out there. Basically, the ETH Foundation gets liquidated.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
because they're dummies and they don't know how to manage their own money. But
No,
that's a
you
story
ain't
for
gonna hear no
another time.
argument from me, brother.
That's a story for another time.
so I got a question though. Like, how is that even possible? Like,
Because they're betting again. They're betting on themselves.
Well, against themselves, really,
no,
right?
it'll be for themselves. So if it
It'd be
goes
for
lower, they get
themselves.
liquidated and they lose it all.
Oh, that's
If
true.
it
They
goes
will be betting
higher,
higher,
if it
so they
goes
right.
higher,
So
yeah.
right. I got it backwards. Sorry, guys. That's correct.
Yeah, they're betting on themselves, which is just straight stupidity. It's like it's the stuff we've seen in TradFi over and over again that just wrecks markets. It's like, hey, just so you know, we bought a whole bunch of the stock. We longed a whole bunch of the stock on futures. So like, if you send the stock down to this price, we're screwed. And like, guess what people are gonna do? Send it down to that price because fuck you. Like, yeah, it's definitely doable. If we can, we're sitting under a key level that I was looking at, which was 1938. We're sitting right underneath that. We've turned it into resistance. Here, I'll share that screen.
I was gonna say, bring it up, brother. We'll put your screen up. Go ahead.
There we go. It is shared with you. Yeah, I've been looking at this for a while. Let me zoom it in a little. There we go. I've been looking at this for a while. I said that if ETH was unable to maintain 1,938, it'd be a little ugly. We broke below that. Looks like we're trying to turn it back into some support. The daily still looks ugly. The next level I have underneath that is 1,538. That's a hell of a drop.
That's a big drop.
Yeah, look at all this negative space, though. There's so much negative space there to really drop it down. And
you see what Poyo's saying here?
Mm-hmm.
BC?
Yeah, I had seen that, and it's a scary drop for ETH because like below that there's 13, and then below that comes in like basically 1,000 and some change. Where it's
so what
this
would
level
happen
right here.
if the ETH Foundation does get liquidated? What is?
That's a great question.
ETH go bye-bye. Basically, you don't have the money to keep your Ethereum running. Like that's the problem when you have a giant corporation in charge of the direction of your crypto project. They are in charge of it moving forward. They are in charge of the directives. There is a money for the team to be able to use to code all of this stuff to keep it running. You know what's amazing about Bitcoin? It's open sourced, and anybody that wants to be like, hey, I found this new innovative new idea that we should probably we should try out, and they bring it forward and it gets voted on. And instead, Ethereum's like, hey, we have this team. We're all geniuses. Go fuck yourself. We're going to tell you how this goes.
So
Exactly.
another question, like you would think that they're smart, like really smart. I mean, because they're the foundation. They're all these, very smart people who are doing everything. Wouldn't you, like the price is going to come down. The bear market. Everything right now relies on Bitcoin. That Bitcoin's not doing anything. Why would you be putting in money now? You would be putting money at lower spots so that if it does come down 30, 50, whatever percent, I mean, you're good because now you get in, and now your average entry is lower.
Yeah,
wherever they
your
were
average
entering.
is lower. Yes.
Like to me, that wouldn't make any sense. Like how they could be in such a predicament unless, as price was going up, they were adding to their stuff to where it raised their entry.
That's
To me, that doesn't
probably
make any
what they were
sense.
doing. That's
Yeah, I was
probably
gonna
what they
say.
were doing. But at the end of the day, it's an intellect fallacy. I'm the smartest in the room, so you think you can do no wrong. And like, if you think you're the smartest in the room, you instantly become the dumbest in the room because you
Right.
think you have no room to grow. Exactly.
There you go. Right
That's
here.
an
What Poyo
amazing-
just said right here.
Yep.
There you go. Cluck on that, baby.
Yeah.
Cluck cluck.
I was going to refer that smartest in the room to Valtelic Buterin, which everybody refers to him as the alien.
I hate that man with a passion. Like, yeah, you had one great idea about smart contracts. Like, yes, Bitcoin could do so much more, but instead of trying to propose that onto the Bitcoin blockchain, you instead made a whole nother blockchain, which incidentally has a back door in it because you can roll
Yes.
back transactions. But like, what the fuck ever? Like, and then you split your blockchain from proof of work to proof of stake to make it seem like it's more secure. Like, no, it's
I got a
it's
question
sketchy.
And
regarding the ETH
Sorry,
Foundation.
go ahead. Yeah.
Regarding the ETH Foundation, let's say they do get liquidated. ETH is literally the Bitcoin of the alts.
Mhm.
Like everything, like there's different projects, there's everything, but everything relies or like is looked up to. That's what everybody compares themselves to. Oh, we're the next Ethereum. We're the next Ethereum. But if Ethereum goes away, what would happen? I mean, granted, like we're still relying on Bitcoin. We're still relying on the market, the government, the whole economics. But if Ethereum, like that is literally because you have Bitcoin, let's see, you have Bitcoin, then you have Ethereum, and then if this one goes away, I mean that's just horrible. Like I think because of that, everybody will get freaked out and everybody will leave in a mass panic. I think that's what will happen.
But this is also why you see a lot of posturing for the number 2 position. Where it's like everyone wanted to be the ETH killer. You had Solana, you have Sui out there, you have ADA, which is moving slowly, not trying to really be the Ethereum killer. But if I was going to say that anything's going to take the number 2 spot, because if you have that proven where like, hey, there's a foundation in here that's really going to mess things up, like ADA would take that number 2 spot. Because Sui's got a big foundation. You have XRP with a giant foundation that is trying to steer the direction of it. And ADA can't really make a change unless it's voted on.
Right.
With those staking pools. So like
Right.
that's the big difference there. Yes, XRP kind of the same, but like you still have the XRP foundation, which kind of tries to steer things sometimes. So like I get that ADA still has a big problem with how they try to do things and they move slow, but like there's a lot of potential there. They've never broken anything. Ever. And Solana's broken things. Sui's blockchain has gone down. You have AVAX, they've gone down. All of these blockchains have had problems, which they've like tried to fix. And ADA's just moved slow, done things the right way, and it hasn't looked very beautiful, but like they've never failed. They've never had massive problems. They handled a DDoS attack like a boss. Like,
Yep.
Solid project there.
No, agreed. And I like what Poyo's saying right here. I agree. That's never going to happen at this point, ever. I know that was the big, like the last, like 2017 cycle. Oh, it's going to flip BTC, blah, 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 blah. Not happening. Not happening.
That was the only cycle that it could have happened. And if it didn't do it then, it was never going to do it.
Alexandra G, go enjoy dinner. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you saying it was fun. It's always good to have you. I really, really do appreciate you. Go and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks. Excuse me. Thanks for being here. I highlighted something to put up here. Where is it? Yeah. And Andrea is saying lots of protocols use the Ethereum virtual machine. That's true. I thought I highlighted something else.
Go look at how many projects use Cosmos. There's even more that use Atom for their blockchain, and that's the real interoperability king right there.
Okay. And all right, username. You're right, but I'm sorry. BTC gets I DCA into BTC regardless. So yeah, this is just your extra vote. You don't have to vote. It's cool. But for those who have not,
Chainlink.
yeah, but there you go. Chainlink is like tied for last in the beginning of the poll. Just so you know.
I can understand why though.
I mean, it was Litecoin. It was in the lead coming into this live stream.
That's what I voted for.
Oh, there you see. There you go.
I mean,
now that doesn't take into account the current poll. That's all the other ones. Okay, so Litecoin was definitely in the lead, but I love Litecoin. I am a proponent of Litecoin. I use Litecoin. I actually use it. So it's like I'm all about it. I got no issue with it. No issue. I'm just looking to see if I missed anything. Yes, exactly. Say BTC. And again, I think BTC, Mac Daddy, again, why we do 15 out of 25 here. Government tanking ETH price to take it over. You know, it's funny that Andrea puts that out there because, I mean, what is one of the biggest holdings of Trump's World Liberty Financial? It's Ethereum.
Right.
Ethereum. And then Ondo.
Yep.
I believe it was.
I think you're correct. And we got thank you, Alexandra. And we got Bell Miner in the house. You know what, Bell Miner? I will do a cheers. The problem is I got to get out something else to do a cheers with. So you guys can jump ahead of me if you want. Appreciate you being here, Bell Miner. Thank you. Get the next beer. There we go. Crack that puppy open.
I believe this is it. Yep.
I'll do a cheers with you, but then I got to step away for a minute because
that's okay.
I got one sick child that.
You do what you got to do, brother. You got family ready there. You got weather beaming down on you. Don't worry about it. Whatever you got to do. And Bell Miner, cheers.
The wind has actually stopped at the moment, but
actually now after their last purchase, that World Liberty Financial did, their next biggest holding is wrapped Bitcoin.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know that was one of their top purchases, the WBTC. I knew that.
It's just so they can stake it. They give a fuck about staking.
Exactly. And Techman is saying BCH tried to flip BTC when it forked. Yeah, it stood the test. And again, BCH, I have no real issue with BCH beyond the whole block war thing. But I mean, I use it for what it's meant to be used for. Spend that shit, save my BTC.
I made a lot of I like BCH if you're going off of the Bitcoin white paper, where you're using it for peer-to-peer. If you're going off Bitcoin's white paper, where it's supposed to be used as a peer-to-peer transfer, then BCH does it very well because as your economy progresses and as your world progresses and things move faster, you need to move faster.
Right.
But that's also the difference where it's like, do you spend your gold? No, you save your gold and you spend your silver and you spend your copper pennies.
Yes.
So like BCH became the silver and you have Litecoin sitting there being like the copper penny right now.
Yep. And that's why I said those are the two. If I'm okay, there are 3 coins that I use for actual purchases when I purchase stuff with crypto. Dash is my number one. End of day, I can get just about anything I want with Dash, and it's settled instantly. Instant settlement. Love Dash. Love Dash. Second, Litecoin. Just what it is. I've been using it since I started in the space. And then Bitcoin Cash, because again, it's like using Bitcoin except faster. And then I take my BTC. It's stuck in a wallet. That's where it stays. I don't say I don't. I rarely use BTC. Rarely.
I remember the first time I transferred Bitcoin, it took, I think like over 30 minutes. And then the second time I did it, it took a day, like maybe 8 hours or 12 hours. And I thought I messed up. I was like, oh no. And people just telling me, just wait a day. It'll be there. Yeah. And sure enough, like 12 hours later, it was there. Like, there's no, man, this is ridiculous.
See, and that's what happened to me. The guy that edits all of my stuff, I pay him in Bitcoin. I told him that I don't want to pay you in a depreciating currency, so I refused to pay him in US dollars, and I made him send me his Bitcoin address, and so I pay him in Bitcoin. It took a day and a half to send him some Bitcoin.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, bro, did you send that?" And I'm like, "It's on the way. Go check the block."
Yeah,
Like,
and see, that's the good part about it. You can check.
It's waiting. It'll get to you. It'll get to you when it gets to you. I was not gonna pay fucking $5 to send you $20, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Exactly. Buck is saying Link is almost to the buy level. Been calling for it to hit these levels for a bit now. I don't know if you guys have been following Link. To me, listen, again, I'm a DCA hodler kind of guy. So if I see Link below $20, win a chicken dinner to me. I don't care. I'm hodling, buying and hodling.
Yeah. So the only thing is, like, you have to have the mindset of you're gonna hold it. You're gonna invest in it. Like, you have to have that mindset. Because if you buy and it goes down 30%, or Bitcoin dumps and your coin goes down 50, 60%, you can't freak out. You can't sell it. You can't do it. Not financial advice. You can't do any of that stuff. Like, that's your mindset. Is like, oh, great. Now I can get it cheaper. But you have to have that mindset.
You're right, Joe. And not a lot. I probably should have prefaced that. Not a lot of people have that. Although I was talking about that earlier. If you guys heard my story time, and if you didn't, when we're done, you can go rewind and listen to my story time. Let's see what else we got going on here. I highlighted a couple of comments. Yes, this is true. Back when back when I was a child and I had like a toothache or whatever, my grandparents used to take brandy and like rub it on my gums. Yeah, exactly. And it'd be just like, oh, look at that, he's good to go. Yeah, boom, boom, chakalaka. I wish I had that that sound effect right there. So yes, and backed by science. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and username, it's not that my kid is sad or mad. It's just they want to go inside and play when most of the toys that the other sister wants to play with are outside. So
I gotcha. And I like a heavy dose of BC throughout the week, but people want more beer.
I'm doing it was an off week for me. I am going back to work, so like I had to wake up early and then kind of cut down some of my other time and work a whole 10-hour day where I've just been chilling all winter, and so it kind of messed me up. I've been sleeping in, missing the gym. My schedule's all kinds of messed up. So hopefully next week I'll be back to normal.
I was gonna say you're gonna work your way back into the schedule. Yes. Hey, do you want to tell everybody about that? Like the new time and anything while we're here? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So I'm back to work this next week. I started the last 2 days. So like it really messed up my schedule. And the new Good Morning Crypto time is going to be 6:30 Eastern to 7:30 Eastern. And that's going to be on Piper Academy. Get your pre-market kind of fill in for the day, kind of that nice little what might the morning do, pre-lead to any big data drops that might be happening that way, and then slide over to Alex Crypto, and he'll trade you through that data, and then Piper will break that data down for you at the morning market report. And of course, you can't miss trade intuition at 4 p.m. at that market close. That man teaches you all you need to know. He's a lot of fun to hang out
Yeah,
with.
we
at
love
that,
Joe. We love
market
Joe.
close.
We love Joe. And I know you already answered this in the chat, BC, but maybe just kind of if you want to speak about it a little bit, because people may not be following the chat.
It's 32 megabytes. So, you know, you have your normal computer size where you have your 8 megabytes, and then you bump it up 16 megabytes, and then you bump it up 32, and then the next that is a potential would be a 64 megabyte upgrade, which would really increase block time and things like that, allowing you to transfer currency very quickly, keeping with that whole Bitcoin white paper where this is supposed to be a peer-to-peer transfer. So that's kind of the next thing that's really been teased, is that 64. So it just goes by computer sizes, though, just so you're aware.
No, that's the good information that people need to know, because to some people, and hell, even to me, until before I kind of really started diving into the space, was like, why the hell did you pick that? Why that size?
Because
you know what I mean?
Because computers. That's it. It's like it all runs on computers, and like your standard size is 8 megabytes. And so that was the first upgrade to the block, was Bitcoin Cash had an 8 megabyte block. And then as things progressed, they were like, oh shit, this isn't quick enough. And they were like, well, 32. They completely skipped 16, which was really nice. They were forward thinking, because at that time you were on DDR3 technology, which moved very, very slow, maxed out at about one terabyte of data transferred across the lines. Now you're sitting at DDR5, where you can move, I believe it's 50 terabytes across the line extremely quickly. Where now the internet that they have in New York and California to run off of the New York Stock Exchange and stuff like that, which is running
exchange.
they're running off of 10 gigabytes. So you're pushing the limits there, and that's the next leap forward, is with your speed, because DDR4 can handle 10 gigabyte speed. Now you're at DDR5, and the internet speeds aren't keeping up with it, but blockchain will have to get there eventually. That's where it's like the gold and BTC will be fine, because it'll be forced. It'll still move extremely slowly, but you don't spend your gold. So it kind of forces itself to be like, okay, we are gold, we move very slowly, and we are worth a whole lot of money, so you don't want to move us a lot anyway.
Right.
So
you want the security.
Exactly. Buy your BTC and hold it. And then for other things, you will use things like ADA, and you will use Dash, as you were saying. There's basically nothing you can't do with Dash. So like,
I know, I love
it works
Dash.
out.
Yeah, I love Dash. Now, just to you were just teasing something about a 64 help me, megabyte
64
block.
megabyte. Yeah.
Now, were you referring that to BCH?
Yes.
Okay. Just to clarify,
it's something that's been teased. It hasn't really been like talked about massively too much, but it has been talked about. So like that would be the next big move. Because if you want to stay at a peer-to-peer level where it's like, do I want to send this money over extremely quickly, then you kind of need that. Where LTC manages to move money extremely quickly, but it does it because the block time is extremely smaller. So it runs at that 8 megabyte block, but it does it every 2 minutes instead of Bitcoin running at a 1 megabyte, and it's doing it every 10 minutes. So
Right.
it is extremely slow. BCH runs 32 megabytes every 10 minutes. Kind of getting to that point where it's a little slow. You've got 8 billion people on the planet, and you're only talking about a fraction of these use blockchain technology. If you want to get to the point where everyone uses blockchain technology, you're going to need 64
Yeah, you
megabyte
need to
blocks.
move something.
You're
Yeah,
going to need
move
one.
it, move
Yeah,
it. It's like that song, move it, move it. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. The next thing after that would be 128, and then you just keep going.
That way. There you go.
256. Oh yeah.
Couple
I like
Dell
to
dance in there.
move it.
That's it. And the block size war was yeah, exactly. And yeah, because that's kind of, I came in just as that was starting, and I'll tell you what, I was one of those people who, again, not that I was involved in it or whatever, but looking at it from the outside going, okay, well, what's the problem? We're making the blocks bigger, and so on and so forth. But the more you kind of dive into it, I understand better. And RMT in the house, welcome, sir.
Yep.
BSV has no block cap size. They can have blocks that are in the terabytes.
Yep.
Okay, I was unaware of that. Appreciate that information. I literally did not know that.
Yeah. I liked the tech. It's amazing. It really looks forward. So like to have a Bitcoin fork like that looks forward, where it's like, hey, what is the future going to look like? And we realize that technology and information is going to move at light speed. Well, like,
Yep.
let's not cap this. And they did that, but like they didn't have that momentum behind them. So like they still exist, but like there's no momentum behind them.
Yeah,
The
nothing.
coin is worth jack shit.
Yep.
So
Oh, I mean, you hear about people supposedly building on that all the time. I mean, I hear it all the time in different, depending on where you go to get your info. But like, I don't know, even if they are, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't appear that like it's making any headway with any of that. And just to everybody that is maybe listening and not necessarily watching the screen, RMT is saying their block size is 2 gigabytes, but no limit. So FYI, and running a node is nearly impossible. Though for the average person, it requires crazy amounts of RAM. Well, that would make sense, and storage to sync. I mean, I guess if you're running from one end of the spectrum to the other with your block size, that would make sense, right? Yep. I mean, again, I'm not a programmer here, but that kind of makes sense to me.
I mean, I've got 64 gigabytes of RAM, so I'm okay.
There you go.
I run a node. I got 64 gigabytes of RAM, and I run a Bitcoin node. So, like, very minuscule on what it's doing to my PC.
There you go. There you go. Guys, you're controlling the conversation tonight. Everybody in the chat, and of course the guys that are here on the screen. Appreciate you guys being here as always. Listen, I'm going to be wrapping up the voting in about 15 minutes. If you haven't already voted, the poll is right there when you jump into the stream. So go ahead and do that. If for whatever reason, again, because YouTube only gives me 4 options, if for whatever reason your choice is not there for you to vote on, put it in the live chat. But for this first half of 2025, here is the choices you have: Cardano, Dash, Gala, Link, Litecoin, and XLM. When we started the stream, Litecoin was in the lead. And again, I take $25 every week, 15 goes into Bitcoin, and the other 10, you guys vote for where it goes. It changes up every 6 months. We were doing kind of like themes throughout the first few cycles. This particular cycle, because again, for those who don't know, once this is over, I take everything, I put it into a Tangent cold store, cold wallet, and it gets put aside for my grandchildren. And this particular cycle, I had the grandchild who this whole stuff is going to. I gave her a list of things to choose from. This is what she chose. Again, Bitcoin being a given, but then she chose these. So appreciate you voting. Make sure you do that. And again, if your option, your choice is not already there in the vote, go right ahead and put it in the chat. RMT is saying BSV node requires 64 gigs of RAM and 64 gig swap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had just dropped something in the chat for him, but I was like,
Yeah,
well,
and
DDR5 finally gets us there. So like the technology, I guess, was ahead of its time. So we'll see if BSV ever makes a resurgence.
yeah, I don't know. I again, I've used it, and they require, and like, how your normal confirmations with like Bitcoin or even BCH, they want like 3 confirmations, and it's good to go. That's the way it is. Now with BSV, I forgot how many they wanted the last time I used it. It was like insane. I had to wait like a day, which would have been like, normally maybe at the time, the way the blocks were moving, an hour for Bitcoin, or Bitcoin less for Bitcoin Cash. But it's just like, yeah, they wanted some ungodly amount, like 90 confirmations or something stupid like that. Joe, you're putting up the questions today. What's up with this, brother? I love it. Good questions. Has anyone been scammed or hacked out of crypto? That's a great question. Throw it in the chat, everybody. Joe's pumping those questions out today. RMT is saying BTC nodes can run on virtually any hardware. Yes, that's the one thing I do like about it. You run on a Raspberry Pi, for crying out loud.
That's what I switched my node to. I was running on my PC, but to save
he says it right there, Raspberry Pi. Yeah, I didn't even see he said that. Yep.
Yeah,
I didn't even see he said that.
I've got a 500 gigabyte storage on it, but it's 500 gigabytes on a Raspberry Pi, and it just chills there, and it just handles my node.
And Jesse is in the house. Jesse,
Ooh.
You're here. Cheers to you, Jesse. All right. And Joe, Buck is asking, does a rug pull count?
No.
Yes.
No.
I think it should. Well, I think it should.
Okay, then we've all had it then.
Well, then, yeah, exactly. Everybody's had it.
Say I've never been scammed. I've never been scammed.
Wow, even on a rug, huh? Wow.
No.
Jay Violet's in the house.
I invest in Bitcoin. That's
smart.
My portfolio is 70% Bitcoin. I have a little bit of Tau. I had a little bit of Tau. I had a little bit of Injective, and that's it. And I keep everything on a hardware wallet. Nothing is kept on exchange. Nothing has ever been kept on exchange. My original Bitcoin wallet was a Bitcoin node. So I've never kept anything anywhere that anyone could ever have access to it, because it just doesn't make sense to me. And Buck, yes, I'm boring, but I'm safe.
Yeah, I was just about to pull that up there. And Jay Violet, cheers on you. And BC boring. Okay. Listen, guys, I know you saw me kind of put that in for a second. I got to go take care of something with my wife. Can you guys keep things running for me for a few minutes? I'll pull myself off and you guys can chat. I know you can't control everything, but I'll be right back. I need like 3 minutes.
Yeah, not a problem, sir.
All right. Thank you.
So first question is in reference to the Bitcoin node. By running it, besides, being part of everything, the Bitcoin blockchain, what does it do? What are the benefits?
It's basically just keeping the network secure. That's the benefit of it. It costs me basically $0 to keep the Bitcoin chain secure. That's the incentive.
Because I know that there's some where you can run a node and then also have like another program to where you're helping like different countries when they're doing payments. You can set up to where you're like the middleman, and like you get like a very tiny fraction of the satoshis or whatever, or the sats.
I think you're talking about the Lightning Network.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so like different part of Bitcoin, but like that doesn't cost a whole lot to run either. But like a Bitcoin node, all you're doing is you're keeping a copy of the blockchain. You're keeping that updated copy of the blockchain that the miners give out, and then you store it and you validate it and you make sure it's complete, and then you validate that against other nodes, and then you're set. And then 10 minutes later you get a new block, you validate it, you make sure it checks out with all the other nodes, and then you're set. And then rinse and repeat.
So do you get any rewards for doing that, or just the
No.
satisfaction of being part of like
Yep.
the system, the Bitcoin system?
So there's no rewards for running a node. You do get kind of that consensus though, where if they want to make a change to the blockchain, so say like let's go with the fork of Bitcoin and then Bitcoin Cash in 2017, where they decided, hey, we want 8 megabyte blocks. And most of the miners and most of the nodes said, no, we don't want that. But a small portion of them were like, hey, we like the 8 megabyte blocks. And a small portion of the miners were like, hey, we like that. We want to adopt this new code. Then you have that. And they adopt that 8 megabyte block. And then you're now verifying these transactions on that 8 megabyte block, but you are two different separate entities. So like you have that consensus where it's like, hey, this is the Bitcoin I approve. So like you kind of get to choose which node that you're running, which gives your consensus on which Bitcoin you validate. And that continues to go forward. We'll see what the next big update is for Bitcoin. The last big update was in 2021, and that's what allowed runes and ordinals on there and smart contracts. So we'll see what the next big thing is. If you have a big portion of people saying no, I don't approve of that, you might see Bitcoin fork again. We'll just have to wait and see.
But I thought Bitcoin originally was against like all of that.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. But
What, like there's like a whole new team of Bitcoin people that are approving all this, or
I mean,
like how is all that happening if Bitcoin wasn't designed around that, and Bitcoin was not designed to be forked. It wasn't designed for this or that or the other. So then we're all the.
It was 100% designed to be forked. It was intentionally designed to be forked. That's as democratic gets. Where it's like, hey, if you don't like what the fuck is going on, get the fuck on and create your own. And that's what we saw. We've seen it with Litecoin. We've seen it with BSV. We've seen it with Bitcoin Cash. We've seen it with Bitcoin Diamond. All of these different versions of Bitcoin that didn't like what Bitcoin's original message was like, oh, we're just going to hop over here and do our own thing now. We're using your same code, your same technology, and we just made one minor change that wasn't approved by the majority. And that's what Bitcoin was created to do. It gives everyone the freedom to have their own version of Bitcoin. But there is only one Bitcoin. And you've constantly seen that the only thing that really works is Bitcoin. And if you wanted to keep Bitcoin going with these new upgrades that we've seen, where Ethereum has smart contracts, ADA has smart contracts, all of these other things have an ability to make your blockchain work in your daily life, you would need those smart contracts. And that's why Bitcoin adopted that but it doesn't really work with that 1 megabyte block. So like it kind of split a bit where it's like, okay, we're gold, but we want to try to keep with the times. That would be better on BCH instead, where it's like we want smart contracts where our daily peer-to-peer Bitcoin is your reserve. So like it really just depends on what your message is.
I'm just catching up on I know I stepped away, guys. I could hear most of what you guys were saying. I'm just trying to catch up on everything.
BC Port Corp just put me in my fucking place.
Well, good.
What I'm getting at. Like he just smacked me across the face a few times and said, "No, just sit the fuck down."
Well, Oyo over here saying BC making me a Bitcoin maxi. It's like I'm a Bitcoin maxi, and that's why I'm a Bitcoin maxi, is it's proved itself. It's like it's now gold.
One thing that I did learn from you, especially, and others, but mainly you, is like you can't go wrong with Bitcoin. Like with alts, you can make a lot of money, but it's safer with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is steady, especially in the bear market. Mm-hmm. You buy that and insured 70% in Bitcoin, and so that is one of my other mistakes. Is I didn't do that. I was trying to do the sprint versus the marathon. You know, you gotta just pace yourself. And like you've said, and plenty of other people have said, like most people who were DCAing into Bitcoin, they're up good. And the ones that were doing alts, and I think what really hurt the alts this time around more so is the dilution. I mean, just crazy dilution. But when you have Bitcoin, steadily going up, and then all these others, they'll fluctuate. But to me, like that's what I'm gonna be doing is this bear market is my DCA is gonna be mainly Bitcoin. So I'm learning. Every day is learning, man. Every day is learning.
Well, amen. The smart part of that. And again, I know I got people, matter of fact, I'm gonna be wrapping up the voting. So if you haven't voted, please do so. I know a couple of people put it in the chat. I've got that. But again, I also think time horizon with things. And again, I'm no Bitcoin maxi. Sorry, BC. I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. But listen, that doesn't mean I don't believe in Bitcoin. Hi, sweetheart. That doesn't mean I don't believe in Bitcoin. I do believe in Bitcoin, which is why the lion's share of every DCA that I do goes into Bitcoin. But I also believe that there are other projects that are going to excel in this space. I really do. Mm-hmm. And I try to highlight on them. Yeah. So that's, again, Mike, hi, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, that's right. I blew it. There you go. It's just like my grandkids sitting here. I love when they come in and they decide they're going to be here. But unfortunately tonight, no grandchildren with me tonight. So I just want to zip through a couple of the comments that I have here, and I'm guessing it's to what you've already talked about. Joe, this is in reference to your question about have you been hacked or scammed or whatever, where RMT saying about having wallets hacked and seed phrases hacked is easier than people think. Yes, you have to have good security even with that. And he's referring again, I've made many core wallets drained. Okay, so there you go. And then Poyo, I think this is in reference to what you were saying, BC.
Probably.
I'll be down. Yeah. Like I said, I could kind of hear you guys while I was doing what I was doing. So I'm thinking that's what that is. And then, yes, I heard you guys talking about Lightning, and he's saying Lightning nodes require 4x collateral. If you want to handle 1 BTC's worth of transactions, you need to have 4 BTC available, etc. Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all security. It's
No,
all a security thing, though. It keeps you able to move things forward, going quickly, because you have the collateral to back what you're doing.
Yep. I get it. Hold on. Yes, Nirvana, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Cheers to you, new first time in the chat here. So, cheers to you and Ada. Got it. Oh crap, wrong button. Hang on. And then Taproot added functionality. It just requires acceptance by 51% of node operators. I don't know. I'm assuming because you guys are talking about nodes. I'm assuming that's where this comment came from.
Yeah, that was the last update in 2021. So
okay,
that allowed smart contracts and pushed in the whole Lightning Network.
There you go. And Nirvana saying hello to your daughter there, Bedell. I know she's gone off screen here at this point.
Well, she could still hear this entire time, but
oh, okay. Watch the Friday shows on the replay over the weekend. I will turn. I'm sorry. I was just
I forgot. Man.
Joe wrote a book over here. All right. Yeah. No. Hey, listen. There are so many videos, and I appreciate everybody that's been like helping me out with my end of things here. So, thank you in advance. Joe, are you doing a live stream tonight or what?
I don't know, man. I did one last night, the one before. I think I'm gonna take tonight off.
Okay. All right.
Do
Fair
it.
enough.
Take some time for yourself, brother.
Yeah. You got to sleep at some point.
Wait a minute, though, Joe. You took last Friday night off.
Oh,
No.
here we go. Here we go. Yeah, you
don't
did.
listen
Yeah,
Oh,
you
to
I
it.
did. And then I ended up staying up till like
I'm
4 in the
not trying to
morning.
figure out the spot, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to go for a 5-hour live stream waiting for you to go live. So it's okay if you take another night off. I completely understand. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of.
Hey, Bedell,
Yeah, I
you know,
completely
that doesn't
forgot about-
mean we ain't
and
going to
that's
make
when I
it
was kinda
5 hours.
tired.
I'm just saying.
I was kind of tired, and then it turns out that I stayed up till like 4. I was like, man, I could have done a live stream and everything.
Hold on a minute, CCM. Just check the time because I think you had to do something like 5 or 10 minutes ago.
I already did that. You didn't see
Okay.
my private chat. I stepped away. Already
Okay.
done. Thank you, though. Thank you for the reminder.
So I'm just going to remind you. I mean, I'm a few minutes late.
I appreciate you doing that because things can get away when you're doing a live stream. Believe me, I understand. Wayne C in the house. Welcome, Wayne. Cheers to you. All right, let's see here. What else we got? Yeah, I get it. We got a bunch of people from all over the globe here. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much.
So I was going to get all that, man.
Yeah, cheers. Yes, Nirvana. Cheers. You know what? What the hell? Polish that one off. That's done.
There's so many cheers. I gotta crack a new one open.
I know. And yeah, Jesse. Yeah, I know. Jesse, man, you're another one. I was talking about Alexandra G earlier and how she's like on at like BC's thing at 6:30 in the morning at Eastern time. And here she is tonight. She was here for the beginning of this. Thank God she went out to dinner because, you know, she deserves a little her time. Just saying. And Jesse, you're the same. You're like always on. You're like Joe. I don't know when you sleep, man. So thanks for being here.
I wish I was drinking scotch, Crypto Pollo. So my girl's family does a whole Christmas exchange gift of specifically alcohol for the adults. And this is what I ended up getting for my Christmas gift.
Oh, fuck
So,
yeah. Here, let's
wait. Bring that back up there. Bring that back up. Let's see. Oh, nice. There you go. A little fire. There you go. Nice.
I'm trying to get rid of it. So there we go. It was a perfect occasion. I took a few drinks with my girl and then came home, and now we're just having crypto on the rocks, and I decided to have it on the rocks.
That's it. Perfect.
Hey,
and
no, normally I prefer scotch. So
BC Cork, will send me a DM. I'll send you my address. You can mail me that bottle. I'll pay for shipping and everything.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
there it
it's
is.
like, it's like half empty. It's like half empty now.
And-
I don't
there
think
you
you want
go.
a half-empty bottle.
And yeah, exactly. Boy, there you go. Little Glen Velvet. There it is. There it is.
Yep, that's one of my favorites there. The 12-year and above is amazing. Yes.
Yep.
Are you going to be at the Bitcoin conference, Crypto Pollo? Because if so, I'm going to have
Uh-oh.
a glass with you, and we will sit down. We will talk about some Bitcoin, and I will turn you fully into a Bitcoin
Full
maxi.
maxi. We'll make a full
Yeah,
maxi out of you.
let's go.
Wow.
I love it. And he's saying the founder reserve. There you go. There you go.
Yes.
Nice.
I was going to show something tonight. I feel like it wouldn't be deserving enough because it's still a work in progress.
Oh shit. I can't have a what's that say? I have a big meeting in Georgia. I can't miss. There you
Well,
go.
I will see you at the next one, sir. I will not miss a Bitcoin conference going forward now. So
I think people are taking this year off in Vegas because maybe it's the gambling, maybe it's just the bear market. I don't know, but there's a lot of people are not going to Bitcoin conference this year that I know.
I
mean, last year there was a lot of people there. This year, a lot. 95% of the people that I know that went to last year's were like, nope, I'm done this year. Like, I'm not going to go this
That's
year.
interesting.
I'm planning for next year.
It could
I'm
be
gonna
location.
end our poll, and then I'm gonna put another poll asking that.
It could be a
interesting.
location though, because like
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of Vegas, and the only reason I'm going to Vegas is because of Bitcoin conference. If not, I'd never have gone to Vegas in my entire life. There's nothing about Vegas that excites me. I don't like anything about Vegas. It is completely against all of my morals. The only reason I'm going there is because of Bitcoin conference and because all of the people that I like in my life are going to be there. And I want to cover the news that's going on there, and I want to hear some of the speeches that are going to go on there, because we're going to hear a lot of important things going on under this Trump administration, and that's a big reason why I'm going to be there.
No,
All right.
that's a good point.
I got one small, simple question, BC Portcourt. Have you ever been to a Bitcoin conference before?
No.
Okay.
I've been a poor person. I've been
exactly.
Well, no,
I say
I'm
a
not
poor
saying,
person.
I'm just saying, like, I was at the Bitcoin and Litecoin conference last year in Nashville, and I loved every fucking minute of it.
Aren't you close to there though?
8 hours away, drive time.
It's
not that close.
It's still like a drive. Whereas in like that's why I haven't gone to one. Is like I'm in the center of the country, and they're never anywhere close to me.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, like when I went there, it's like, okay, I wanted to hear Trump speak on Saturday, but instead we didn't even go. We just closed out of the hotel and fucking skipped town. And I was like, fuck it, we're just gonna go home. Why? Because people were waiting 18 hours just to get in that room with him to speak. And then if you went to the bathroom, nope, you weren't allowed back in. Like no backpacks, like the whole Secret Service thing, all that other shit was like way too fucking crazy at that time. It's like, I'm not going to stand in line for 8 hours to be told that if I have to go to the bathroom, that I'm not allowed back in.
No bathroom for you. No bathroom for you.
I mean, y'all saw the meme, real men dipe up.
That's funny.
Then I guess if you ever go to a Bitcoin conference where Trump speaks up, you better dipe up too, because I mean,
I'm not saying I will, and I'm not saying I won't.
Saying I won't, but yeah.
I'm just saying, you know what? Peace out, because I ain't doing that shit. Like
honestly, the only person there's a few people I care to hear speak, and one of them is Michael Saylor. I want to hear Michael Saylor speak in person because that man is fucking electric. and that like his whole embodiment of Bitcoin is what I'm for. And he's done it because, but like he had that whole, well, like I managed a hedge fund and I had billions of dollars. So like you got into Bitcoin at the right time, brother. So he really won it.
Yeah, but there
So-
was people at the Bitcoin conference that were smaller than him
Mhm.
that were doing like photo ops, and people were waiting like 3 to 6 hours just to get a photo with this person. I'm like, I just want to ask him questions and maybe interview him. Like, fuck the fucking picture. But if I'm going to wait 6 hours just for a picture, how long would it take to get an interview with the guy? Let me like sit down with the guy for like 5 minutes. Like, how much longer do I have to wait? Because I'm not going to wait 5 hours for a 10-second picture.
Probably
Like,
a lot longer.
I'm going to talk to the person, ask a few questions, have like a 3 to 5 minute interview with the person.
Did you have a press pass?
No, but I know a lot of people that did.
I have a press pass. So that's the little
See,
bit
that
of
will
difference.
make a difference.
Look at what
That'll
Micro
make a difference.
RMT just put in. Like,
Yeah, I was just about to say what RMT just put right here. There you go.
Yeah.
And that was with a VIP. I wonder, I would assume the press pass might be different because you're in a different venue altogether, I would assume.
Yeah.
I would assume.
So we'll see going forward. Make sure to watch Piper Academy. We'll all be there and we'll all be giving y'all live updates from the Bitcoin conference.
Oh, that's
don't
gonna
know
be freaking awesome.
Oh,
Freaking
yeah.
awesome. Freaking awesome. Good for you. What's to say? Amy and I only saw Trump because we went to the stage at 8 a.m. and stayed there all day. Oh, fuck that.
yeah,
Oh,
and
man.
that was
Basically
2 p.m. when you finally saw him, so you probably waited what 6
Yeah.
to 8 hours.
Yeah, so did RMT dipe up? Is he a real
Yeah,
man?
right. Right. Let's see. I'm gonna clip to. I highlighted a shit ton of comments I want to get through. FYI, I did put a new poll. I did close out the old poll. I'll tell you who won in a minute. But I put a new poll asking, "Are you going to the BTC conference?" So go ahead and hit that up. Username is saying BC is going to Vegas to party with me. So there it is. There it is. Oh shit.
I can
Pollo
neither
saying,
confirm nor deny.
yeah, that's smart, man. Let's see. Well, the next is in Miami one. I'm going to throw a craziest party. Oh, so the next one is in Miami. Sweet.
So that's
ahead.
why I told the old lady, like, we're not going to Vegas this year, because she was like, that Bitcoin conference, Litecoin conference, like, we met so many people, we had such a great time. Like, why are we not going next year? And I was like, babe, it's in Vegas. We're gonna fucking mortgage the house and we're gonna come home fucking broke, if we can even afford to fly home at that point.
Hey,
So
I got like
a year off.
Me and my girl are going there for $600 round trip.
Wow.
How the hell
but
did
you're
you get that?
probably a degenerate gambler like we are.
Oh yeah, no,
I was like,
I'm not.
No, we're not going to Vegas. And she's like, why not? And I'm like, because one of us is going to mortgage the house and we're going to lose it. One of us is. Like, I don't know if it's you or me, but one of us will. I guarantee it. So why don't we wait the next year and we'll go? I think it's in Florida in 2026, but I don't know. I was like,
well, that's what RMT just said. Miami.
Yep.
Yeah, he said
That's
Miami. You know, now Miami interests me because I got a little bit of family down in Florida, so maybe I can kind of like, finagle that a little bit there. So I don't know. I like that a little bit better. Vegas, not. Yeah. I'm with you. Beside affording it, that's why I go. I like going to the ones that are local. I got a couple that are local to me. I all day long. If I can drive there, I'm in.
If I got like a few $1,000, I can sit down at a blackjack table or Texas Hold'em then I'll sit down. Other than that, I don't like gambling. I'm not a
Yep.
gambler. I like doing things that I can sway the outcome of. And Texas Hold'em is not always playing against your cards. It's also playing against the man. So
Amen.
that
Amen.
to me doesn't seem like gambling.
I'm with you. And just to get back to some of these comments, yes, cryptos are us. I love George. And to that end, we're all George. There you go. Thank you, Nirvana. there you go. I see that Jay Violet put Crypto Princess's link here in the help me.
Chat.
In the chat. I don't know if she's in here. If she is and I missed her, I apologize, Princess. Welcome.
I think she's asleep.
I would think so at this point in time. Yeah. But in case I missed her, I didn't want her to think I did it on purpose. I did not mean to miss you.
I'll be right back.
Okay, go ahead, man. I prefer Mining Disrupt to the BTC conference. I can understand that, RMT. I mean, if you're into the mining thing, the Mining Disrupt is the place to be. Matter of fact, I think FF is going to minus. Let's try that again. A Mining Disrupt. He was over in Hong Kong, and I think his next stop was Mining Disrupt. It was either there or Toronto. There might have been something going on in Toronto. I don't know. I've been trying not to bother these guys while they're doing their thing. But I will tell for those who are looking for an update with regard to what's going on my channel, I will let you know that I thought we were going to be going back live with Matrix Money Podcast next Tuesday night. That is not the case. I got that confirmation tonight. Jar is still knee deep in the move. So unfortunately, he is not ready to do the live, and I get it. And even FF hasn't quite gotten back to me yet, so I'm thinking he's still flying all over the place and doing what he's doing with regard to things. So I guess we're going to be at least one more week where I'm going to try and drag Badell and
shucks.
I know, right? And BC Port Corp in on Tuesday night, but we'll see. I say we'll see. Like, there's not going to be anything to talk about. But, like, hello. There's always something to talk about in this freaking space, right? And to that end, K Diggity in the house. Welcome, K Diggity. Appreciate you being here. And on that note, cheers to you, sir. And yes, hashtag Rib Chat. There you go.
Cheers.
And Techman is saying, I have family in Florida and Nevada. Well, then perfect places. Yeah, it's, and again, it's not like I literally have like one or two people. I don't know if I'll be able to even hook up with them to be on visiting them at some point. But like for like staying there, I may still have to get a hotel, that kind of thing. But I would rather try and shoot for Florida for the very sake that, okay, I got family there. So worst case, after the conference, I could stop in, harass them for a while, and then leave.
Well, I mean, I don't know anybody in Vegas or in Florida. So, I mean, say in 2026, maybe we all get a Airbnb together and just meet up for the first time face to face, which I know is kind of creepy, kind of weird, but
not really. I mean, we see each other.
I've been
Honestly, that's what I want.
I feel pretty confident I could probably sleep in the same houses with you. That I wouldn't be that worried.
There you go. And I love George too. I mean, I don't necessarily always agree with George. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah. And like when he got his channel struck and they pulled down his channel, I was one of the first people that did a video like, yo, reinstate this guy. What the fuck are you thinking, man? He didn't violate shit. You know what I mean? But again, I'm trying not to get myself struck here. So I'll
YouTube policies change on a daily freaking basis. So one day they do it, and the next day they don't. And then as a content creator, you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? Well, one day it's allowed, one day it's not. Like,
exactly. And
just give me a stable guideline to follow, and then I will follow that. And then they don't, and they're like, well.
And they never will either, because then they can do whatever they need to do or they think they need to do. And yeah, George is okay. I like George. I don't watch him all the time. Honestly, he goes live at 9:30. So when he was going live against Piper, I was always watching Piper. I like Piper better. Quite frankly, I think I get more out of Piper Academy than George. George still goes live at 9:30, and I still hang on and wait and go see Piper. BTC conferences for BTC investors, miners, disruptive for people who are actually about the tech. Yeah, well, exactly. They just happen to overlap, right? I mean, hello.
Or hold
sorry,
on. About that comment, RMT. I'm not trying to shill you or anything at all, but what about Locotech? You know, I mean, they've been a sponsor of Mining Disrupt for what, 5 years now, and this year they finally backed out per se. So if they actually
did they back out?
Granted,
they
they're
backed
just
out this
sponsor.
year.
Yeah, but they've been a sponsor for 5 years in a row without even a fucking product.
Gotcha. I'm still flipping through comments, guys. Just to let's see, username. We need a BTC conference in a place that is cheap and like Flint, Michigan. Yeah, you know what? I don't disagree. Username. I would like to see it in a bunch of like places across. I get it. They got to do it once a year, and they pick places, but I would like to see it in different locations across the country. So people, like I said, come more northeast. Example for me, that would be great. And then more central country, central parts of the country for people like BC per se, and so on and so forth. I would just, I don't know, move it around a little bit is my opinion. Oh, you're looking like you're getting comfortable there, BC. All right, and then
where's the party at? Where's the party at? Let's go.
K Diggity saying he appreciates the show. Man, we appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. I mean, we just come here and hang out, shoot the shit. And again, tonight is a night where you guys pretty much control the conversation, and not just the people in the chat, but the people here controlling the chat to what you guys want to talk about. Just looking real quick, see what I've missed here. Yes, from when Bedell was saying, yeah, I'd feel comfortable sharing a play. Yeah, that would be weird. There you go. There you go. Oh shit. I'm planning to go to the US again soon. New York, Seattle, Washington. Okay. I mean, I don't know. There's still a lot of shit going on in some of those places. Just saying.
No wonder why Chicago's not
watch
near
my language.
Normally,
this is crypto on the rocks. I don't have to watch my language, or at least I try not to watch my language on crypto on the rocks too much, just enough to not get me banned. But thank you, Uncle Jesse. Yeah,
all I can say is to Jesse, I understand that, but if you don't like it, come on the live stream and call him out. Because
there you go. Oh, look at that. Call him out by coming on the stream.
You've done it on After Hours. And
there it is. There it is. You gotta come on
live, and you want to do that, call him out.
There you go.
Sorry if I'm just stirring the pot a little bit.
That's all right. Stir the pot. It's all good.
Make some fun.
Is it politically correct? Wait. I'll be politically correct about Locotech. I don't understand that, but okay.
Because you're not a miner.
You're right. I am not a miner. I fully admit that.
Locotech, a lot of people have nicknamed Jokotech because it's been 5 years that they've been crowdfunding, and they still have not come out with an actual working product per se.
Oh, I remember when FF was there last year, something about that. Okay. Yeah. And they still don't have anything, really?
No, it's been 5 years. They still have not provided a working... I mean, they have provided a working sample to like a very few investors, but they haven't released an actual product in over 5 years now. And it's like...
Okay.
That's why people refer to them as like Jokotech because,
right.
How many
because
millions of
obviously-
dollars and how many millions of dollars of research have you done to not even release?
not even
anything?
launch anything. Yeah, launch anything.
Hey,
yeah,
give me
see,
$10 million and I might release a website. Oh
Mike,
no, sorry,
now
that's
you
not.
sound like
I need another 10 million to release a website, and you're like, well,
now you sound like the Obamacare thing. Let's not get me going about that.
well, I was
I
just
was gonna
using.
say he
I
sounded
was
like
just
the
saying.
Ethereum Foundation.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Helium Foundation. Oh, there you go. And Jesse, you're right. My spam comments have considerably dropped, and I thank you for that very much. And yes, YouTube will shadow ban you. No truth there, Jay Violet. Poyo saying,
For what?
so Shell Retro Mike Tech it be off to mining tech. Okay, and then not a chill, just the truth. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If what you're saying is true, I got to take you guys' word for it because again, not a minor.
I was just curious about what the shadow ban comment was about. I'm like, what are we talking about that might shadow ban us?
Oh, there you go. There you go, BC. BC going to the gym.
Yeah, every morning at 3:00, I go to the gym before work because it's the only time that people aren't there and I can use the machines that I want to. So, yeah.
God bless you for being up that early, brother. Oh my God.
It's sad that people that go to the gym have to go to a different time. Because like a lot of the people that I work with, they go to the gym and they used to go right after work at like 3 p.m. But they go at like 5:30 or 6 because all the high schoolers there and they're like just on their phones on these machines at 3:00 to like 4:00.
Yep. And then the big problem is they go in groups. And so it's like, okay, well, I want to use the curl machine, but I can't because there's 4 high schoolers here that are just rotating around. And it's like, hey, bro, I'm trying to hit pull day too. Like, give me a chance here.
But they're all just sitting there on their phones and they're like, we don't hear you. We don't hear you. Like, fuck off. They're like, no, they don't give a shit. It's like, they're just.
And that's why I go at 3 a.m. That's why I go at 3 a.m. because I'm not trying to be an asshole to a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
And Poyo saying about
like when it's a 15-year-old talking to like a 18 or 20-year-old, it's like, you know, you want to be the old man and say, just get the fuck off the machine if you ain't using it. But nowadays in age, it's like you can't really do that because
they get their ass hurt. Let's not get me going about that.
Sit down.
I'll start really showing my age anyway. With my fucking attitude. And Poyo saying right here, the HNT money. It's funny he says that because even Jar was talking about that.
I don't know.
And then here we go. Create a home gym, bro. I do have one. I do have my home gym here.
I've got a home gym too.
Oh,
it's literally in the room over. I've got a whole bench press machine and all of that. But there's just certain workouts you can't hit unless you go to the
better
gym.
and easier to do in the gym. Yep. I get you. I
There's-
feel the same way. Mine is totally inadequate for like what I used to do in the gym. Yeah, no, I get it.
Like if I'm trying to hit leg day, I can't hit that at home. I'm going to the gym. Yeah,
exactly. I get it. And 3 a.m. Yeah, exactly. God bless them for 3 a.m. That's all I'm saying.
Plus, I got roommates, and I'm not trying to be like grunting super loud at 3 a.m. It doesn't work out very well.
Oh shit. And then there you go. Buck's suggestion 10 a.m. Best time for hot moms. There you go.
Hey, I don't need to go see hot moms. I've got a hot mom. Okay.
There you go.
Like, hey, I don't need more temptation in my life. I need less.
You need less temptation. There you go. There you go. Where was I? I just lost where I was. Bench press machine. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey, listen, don't be picking on the bench press. You still need the legs, though. You need the legs. Sorry, just
Hey, I'm not. Yeah, what's the point of having a great upper body if you just got chicken legs? No offense to Crypto Pollo, but like chicken legs are great, but you're not trying to eat them. There's no meat on them.
oh shit! Oh shit! Speaking of Pollo, he's saying he just started boxing again. There you go. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's
And
great.
swimming
Great
lap
cardio.
right here. Jay Violet's got it. Swimming in the pool. I'll tell you what. Swimming, great exercise. Great
Oh,
exercise right there. What's the saying? Boxing, swimming, MMA. Yeah, well, there you go. There it is. There it is. You gotta be. I wish I could get a better workout. Even when I do take my time in the morning and work out, I feel like I haven't gotten a good workout because I'm doing it here in the house versus at the gym. I mean, when I was going to the gym, I walked out of there. I felt good walking out of there. Here, not so much. I feel like I can't even keep up here, but that's yeah. Anyway, I'm getting down that road. You need what's you don't need big legs when you stream.
Hey, yeah, but you need big legs in everyday life.
Oh.
It's like, how am I supposed to push the gas pedal in my semi truck if I don't have big legs?
There you go. That's right. Damn it. All right. What we got going on here? Welcome.
You're muted.
No, muted. Muted. What's this Pollo saying? Funny, I sparred with a 23-year-old. I had 30 pounds on him and he whooped me till I puked. But it was fun. There you go.
Hey, I've got some boxing gloves in my closet right there. So I understand that one. I'm getting to that age as well where like you don't have the cardio of a young man, but like you've got the strength of an older man. So it's
exactly.
Like, you could land the right hit, you could knock him out. But like I don't have the stamina to go rounds with you.
So no, that's what I tell my kids.
Over with.
Exactly. That's what I tell my kids. I'm like, I got like 90 seconds of good fight in me. So I'm just gonna take them out in 90 seconds or I'm done.
I just want to come on real quick and say, hey, I got a couple of people over here in the house, so I gotta step away for a few minutes.
I got 10
maybe a little bit longer, but I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna turn my camera off. But
you know what though?
Hey, no problem, brother. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. But you see the comment. I'm just saying.
Big feet, big meat. No. How'd you like to be?
Yeah, well, he's been here. He's been on live stream a couple times.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Yes,
yeah, he just pulled up in his 23 Busa.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
So,
all right, wait, go. Do what you gotta do, brother. We'll be here.
Oh, man.
Maybe I'll take it around the block.
They are.
There you go. See. Have fun. Have fun.
But all right, guys. If I don't return, thank you all. Great knowledge.
I use my hands all day, every day. But...
All right. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Oops. I rolled with a 20-year-old and my old ass. Yeah, it's sad how quick you can like. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just whoo.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I'm 72. My ass. You're 72, dude. My ass.
I'm guessing he's like 46.
I'm guessing he ain't even that. And if he's gonna say he is, prove it. That's all I'm saying.
No picture, no proof.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Cause shit. That's all I got to say. 72, you're older than me. I don't think so. And on that note, cheers. Which doesn't help my case, I guess.
Yeah, I'm feeling it now.
Poyo saying, yeah, I'm 43, trying to get back in shape. Yeah, it doesn't help. What's this say? 72, and I use a ball. Listen, like
Jesus,
the name
username?
of the game, no pun intended, username, but the name of the game is Prove It. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you just gotta you gotta have the little tattoo hash marks on your leg that show like where they were every year as you get older.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh, Buck is giving you shit. Oh, BC, they're all giving you shit now.
Oh my goodness. I just read the comment.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on. Anyway, roll by roll, what do you mean, BC? There you go.
Oh God. Yeah, well, I assumed he was talking about jujitsu. Like I'm down for some jujitsu rolling, but like, sir, you have a very dirty mind, and I'm only talking about jujitsu. You can get it whenever you want it if you're talking about jujitsu, but you can't get it if you're talking about anything else. So I'll see you in Vegas if you're trying to
All
roll.
right. I guess Nirvana's heading out. I must have missed it here somewhere. Oh, there it goes. I got it. And good night, Nirvana. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it very much. Jesse, are you heading out? If you are, have a good night, man. I get it. It's late for you. I completely understand. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you guys.
Pollo's got
Pollo's got a question.
Oh, yep. I just
So,
read that.
Got a question for everyone. Does the 4-year cycle stay, or does Wall Street ruin the party for us? Well, I will cut it short and to the chase. We're fucked with the 4-year cycle. It ain't. It's done. It's busted as far as I'm concerned. And I don't know if it's Wall Street that's solely to blame. But the fact is, there's too many new variables, I believe, in order for it to maintain its normal progression. Guys, there's my 2 cents. You guys jump on in.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of saw it when we had the having the all-time high prior to the halving. That was the definite for me.
Yep.
I'm trying to find my chart that goes all the way back.
That's all right. Take your time, brother. Let me know when you got it up. I'll bring it up on the screen. And Pollo's saying he still has hope. But yeah, we'll get confirmation this year. Well, yeah, that's for sure. I agree. And that doesn't mean that I don't think that Bitcoin's gonna go back up. But I don't know. I think the typical 4-year cycle, again, Bitcoin and quite frankly, the alt cycle, I think is changed.
The alt cycle is broken. I'm sorry. It is broken. It doesn't exist. The market is oversaturated. If you have been buying alts, I think that me personally, I think that you might be buying into the sucker's product.
Possibly.
So
And I just want to say real quick, and BC, I'll let you finish up. Jay Violet, thank you. Have a good night. You got to do what you got to do tomorrow morning. I completely get it. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, BC. Finish up your thought process there.
I had finished it up. I was like, if you've been buying into alts, I think you've been buying into the sucker's product.
Now, when you say that, BC, when you say that, are you talking all alts, or are you talking like the bottom tier alts?
All.
Really? Okay.
All of them. All of them. They're all garbage. Specifically for long-term investing. Because none of them have proven themselves. None of them have proven their actual worth and what they bring to society. None of them have really brought any difference to the crypto space in general, as opposed to like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you have Bitcoin and Ethereum, and those two have brought forth everything else that you have seen in the alt space. And then everything else in the alt space have just tried to capitalize on that by doing the same thing. And none of them have done anything different. And most of your alts are actually meme coins.
That's funny. And it totally depresses me because of what I do right now here on Crypto on the Rock, trying to hold some of these alt projects for my grandkids. So you just depress me, BC. I'm just letting you have.
Well, that's why I'm saying every single time I have voted for LTC because I believe in LTC because it is the second cryptocurrency to have ever existed, and it is not a hard fork from Bitcoin. It is a soft fork from Bitcoin, which created its own blockchain and did not have a one-to-one transfer from Bitcoin to LTC. It is the actual peer-to-peer along with a BCH of peer-to-peer that Bitcoin was shooting for. So those are the two alts I really believe in for the peer-to-peer.
Okay. Now, that being said, before I bring up some of these comments, that being said, let me ask you this. So what about the projects themselves? Do you believe there's no other projects that will withstand the test of time? Whether it's Web3, whether it's, deep in.
No, I do. I don't think we're there yet. So, like, what's the good of technology if it's ahead of its time? You allow time to progress forward and get to that point where that technology is now able to be used, and then you can see it flourish. You can invest in while it's at its bottom, but what's the point if you can make money over here, or you can secure your money over in Bitcoin and whatever, say Solana. We'll go with that since it's number 5, and I do think it has a good utility, even though I don't fully like all of Solana.
Fuck Solana.
Well,
That's help me. What's his name? Oh my god, with Piper. Help me. Mexican spaghetti.
Oh, OC.
Yeah. Oh, OC guy says F Ethereum. Well, that's what I say. F Solana. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just, what are you going to go with? And for me right now in a new space, I'm going with the best, as I've watched this space from 2011 to 2025 oversaturate itself. So right now I'm going back to security. Whereas back in 2021, I made a shit ton of money off ADA, and I made a shit ton of money off BCH, and I made a shit ton of money off LTC. But now, all of these other projects have proven themselves to be shit against Bitcoin. And you can try to argue it, but like, look at how they're holding up in this retracement. Look at how they're holding up. And tell me that Bitcoin is not king. And that's why my portfolio is 70% Bitcoin and 15% alts. There's only 4 of them. So it is what it is.
And Poyo's agreeing, alts are fucked. Yeah, weekly chart. Yeah, exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, I look at it, if it were me, like doing the whole Piper plan thing, I'd be focusing on Bitcoin, and I'd probably be focusing on nothing else. But I'm thinking long term. I have a different long term view, I guess, when it comes for my grandkids, and I'm hopeful. But I'm not stupid. So I'm also backing it up with Bitcoin. Anyway, 4-year cycle, always about controlled emissions, not about predictive price action. Okay, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but it's fun to try to predict the price. Username is saying BC hates alts but loves memes. Ah! Oh my God, he loves busting your chops, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I love it when he's there in the mornings because it keeps the show interesting.
Yep. RMT saying LTC is number one for transacting even above BTC. If anything, it's been more successful than I think he meant BTC right there. Again, I use Litecoin all the time. For my help me VPN service. I pay with Litecoin. They don't give a shit who I am. I pay with Litecoin. They get their Litecoin. They're happy. And they get their Litecoin because I use the Lightning network for Litecoin. They get it instantaneously. So winner, chicken dinner. Poyo saying alter like shiny new things, trade the hype, take your profit and move it to BTC. And I guess I can't say anything about that, Joe. I'm assuming you're like double thumbs up
100%.
on that.
Yep. Now I am.
Right.
If you would have asked me like a year ago, I'd be no, alts. That's where all the money's at. You make it and you can lose it. So
Amen, brother. Amen. And look who's in the house. Wick's wife is in the house. Appreciate you being here. You have arrived, and for that you get a cheers. Cheers to WW589. Welcome. Appreciate you. And then BC, what are your unfiltered thoughts on virtuals?
Oh, at this point, I don't think anything's filtered with BC. Party. Where's the party at?
Well, if you're talking about anything on top of the Bitcoin blockchain, I don't like it. So, like, I don't like ordinals. I don't like anything on top of my Bitcoin blockchain slowing it down. I haven't really looked too far into virtuals, if we're being honest, so I can't speak too much on it. All I know is Bitcoin and a few alts that I have bought and have faith in. So I will have to actually look into virtuals, and then one of these days I will give you my thoughts. Because as far as I know, virtuals is its own thing, and I don't really know what it does. And I haven't looked into it because it doesn't really hold up. So it's been a whole poop chain down. So
Hang on 1 second. I'm just clipping a couple of these other comments to make sure I don't miss them. Okay, sorry, Shuby. I love you, brother. But I can't do another cheers right now. I'm trying to focus. And thank you, Jay Violet, for putting in BC's channel information. Appreciate that. And okay, let's go to some of these comments that I did highlight. RMT was saying there's a difference in making money, and I'm assuming that's supposed to be one in making money and actually using it as an alternative to fiat currency. And yes, RMT agreed 1000%. That's what the space was supposed to be about. And a conversation that BC and I had on, I think it was our last live stream or maybe the one right before that. No. It was the video that you and I recorded. Yes. Where we were talking about the actual original ethos of the space, and then where we've progressed to, and the current ethos of basically make money. It's a roulette wheel right now. But that being said, what you're saying right here, RMT, okay, maybe no more cheers for me. Using it as currency, and again, love the whole living on crypto ideal. That is the way it is, which is why I'm glad I'm so close to New Hampshire, because they do a lot of that kind of thing there. So I'm looking forward to doing more of that by traveling there. But part of why your comment, part of why I like Dash, again, you can literally use it as currency, and there are so many alternatives to help you literally pay anything you need to pay, from your mortgage to your groceries, with regard to utilizing Dash. And then Buck is saying render. I'm guessing he's asking, what do we think about render? Yeah, I know that's a big surprise with BC, right? Wait, that way, right there. I know that's a big surprise. I'm not as negative on render as BC is. Render was part of the DCA portfolio last cycle. I think AI plays are going to be a huge thing. But again, I don't.
So-
is render the answer? I don't know about that.
Render is not technically an AI play. A render is a 3D rendering service to lend out your GPU capacity to other people. So you're not actually, it has AI potential. It is not an AI play.
I thought that was what they were renting the.
Yeah. I mean, that they rented out a lot of these GPU capacities to AI, but that does not make them an AI play.
Well, okay, fair enough.
So what it does allow you to do is have a Mac with no GPU and allow you to game. So it
That's
has a lot more potential than just AI. And to break it down as just an AI play because some AI user decided they were going to use the AI capabilities from it is very downtrodden on the project. It has a lot of real world potential besides just AI because
Fair
AI
enough.
is such a small part of the real world where it's like, hey, I have a 3070 Ti and right now I am using, let's see, right now I am using, let's see, I'm using right now while streaming 15 to 17% of my GPU's capabilities. And if I decide I want to rent out, say, 60% of that, it's not just going to be used for AI. It's going to be used as someone that doesn't have those AI, those GPU's capabilities to play a video game.
Right. Which is
to
why
do
I like
basic
Aether.
everyday processes. So it's not just an AI play.
Yeah. I guess that makes 100% sense. And RMT is putting a in the comments right here. And again, that was my thought process behind Aether, which is why I liked Aether, because although they were focusing on gaming, with regard to using GPUs for gaming.
Yes. Yep. And see, this is one of those things where it kind of pisses me off because everyone likes to lump in a bunch of these projects to AI. And I'm like, motherfucker, it's not AI. It has a bunch of real world use cases besides AI. And everyone just wants to see because AI is the biggest thing right now.
It is.
It's not
Yep.
AI. It has a bunch of GPU is graphics. GPU is not AI. GPU has everyday use case for your everyday person, and you could lend out your GPU to 50 people in Africa, and they could then go forward to use it in everyday use case with very limited money spent forward. Sorry for dropping. No. Listen, I just realized when I dropped
crypto on the rocks. It's good. Crypto on the rocks. It's good. And Poyo saying, so Link is the oracle of crypto. Can someone tell me WTF uses Link? And if I weren't a little bit shit-faced right now, I might be able to actually pull some of those up. because they do have some contracts. Listen, I'll let these guys talk and I'll see if I can't find some of that information. As I look into the camera, no promises currently. Sorry, but I will try. I will try. And username saying New Hampshire's boring. I love your username, but yeah, listen, if I was gonna go retire, I'm going to New Hampshire. Just saying. But anyway, maybe that's just because I'm old. I don't know. All right. Anyway, all this distributed. Oh, I missed it because the chat is moving so damn quick. Sorry, guys. All yeah, distributed
Right after I said that, everyone was like, "Language, BC." And I was like, "I'm sorry."
yeah, exactly.
It was like, well, like, okay, this bottle was like this much full when I started it tonight, and it is like this much full now. So like, I might be a little bit tipsy. So
That's okay. And we love BC, and BC's a lot. Hey, again, this is Crypto on the Rocks. So we give a little bit of latitude on Crypto on the Rocks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And yeah, look, J File saying who needs a timeout, basically. Oh boy. Yes. Gonna drop the hammer. There we go. There we go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's too funny. Yes, and there it is, the hammer. Oh shit. All right. Too many. Listen, dude, there's too many homeless in every freaking state. Go to California. It's worse. Please. Please. Go to Boston, Massachusetts. 1,000% worse. Just saying.
Oh, don't get username on Boston. He'll tell you.
Yeah, I know. I see him going on French Toaster all the time. Yeah. I know. I took my granddaughter to a Celtics game, and literally I parked the car in the help me, the parking garage, and it was funny. We were walking in to go hit the tee, and bam! First thing we came upon, I was like, "Oh, I got to throw out my trash." Little did I realize that was a homeless person laying with the trash. I had no idea, but she got the real life 411 on what goes on in these big ass cities. But again, trying not to get going on that shit. What's this?
Pretty.
Vermont and New Hampshire worse per capita. I think that's supposed to be per capita, not per capital. And maybe, but I love New Hampshire. Vermont, fuck Bernie Sanders. That's what I got to say for that.
Ooh.
Oh, facts,
You don't
man.
want it. You don't
Fucking
want
guy's never had a fucking job in his entire life. Here goes the F-bombs. And he's going to be sitting here trying to talk to us about economics. Please, dude, please. And then when people send him economics books, he sits there saying, please stop sending me economics books. Well, maybe you should read one of those, you stupid fucking. Anyway.
You mean the dude that has 3 mansions and like sells his courses to people for $75 a pop? Shouldn't be trying to preach socialism? Woo!
Exactly.
Surprise, the dude that preaches socialism isn't a socialist.
Oh, listen, Chuck Danger. Listen, come on now. You of all people. But yes, yeah, exactly. And Bernie's done a top-notch job up there. Yes. I know you're trying to get me fired up right now.
Username, yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to get me fired up right now.
Poke the bear. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time someone says language, it reminds me of the old YouTube video where it's like Star Wars battle rap, and it was it's like R2D2, watch your language. It's an old school video. Like
no, that sounds vaguely familiar to me.
Yep.
And Miami has some crazy homeless things going on. I have no doubt all these major cities, please. I mean, I get it. Miami's in a Republican run state, but come on now. I mean that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. and
We
check out
even have
Burlington. What am I supposed to check out in Burlington? Please.
the Coke factory.
I was just
Yeah,
gonna say.
exactly. No, I honestly, I wasn't gonna say the Coke factory, but I was gonna say what those damn outlets or whatever. Please, there it
But
is.
even
That's what
here-
I got for that right there.
Even
That's what I
here,
got for that.
so even here in Nebraska, which is center of the U.S., we have like 2 million population. We have a homeless problem. It is
Yep.
not just. It is not just a big city problem. It is an
Yes.
everywhere in the U.S. problem, and it is why these politicians need to stop spending money in other countries and focus their money at home, because we have big problems at home that need to be solved.
That need to be
You
dealt
need
with.
to raise up the base. You need to raise up the base so that there's not homeless, so that you can try to fix problems elsewhere. But if you have homeless people, homeless veterans, homeless people that are suffering from mental illnesses, you don't need to be spending money elsewhere. You need to fix the base problem and raise up the lower level and raise up everyone in that, raise up everyone with that as well. Because if you raise up the bottom, you raise everyone up with that.
Amen, brother.
It's a hard
And
problem for these politicians to do, because they're getting money. They're like, hey, I'm actually the person that is in charge of this corporation that's sending these condoms to Africa that we just
Yeah.
spent $50 million to spend condoms to Africa with, which
they're
is
being
one of those companies.
incentivized in other directions.
Yep.
You're
It's
1,000%
a
right.
big thing.
Yep. And I'm with you, especially about the veteran stuff. I'm sorry. There should be no illegal housed here. There should be no nothing to do with anything until our veterans are taken care of. Because the only reason you have a freaking country right now is because the veterans took their time out of their lives to be able to put their lives on the line in order to keep you safe. So, yeah, let's not really get me going about that, because the people may not like me and I will get my ass canned. Bernie wants to give young dumb kids free college unless,
College is overrated.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. We'll leave it at that. I like that. We'll leave it at that. I'm zipping through here real quick. Sorry, guys.
I never even graduated high school, because I went and I found out. Here's the thing. So I went and I had applications that were put out and scholarships that I wanted to apply for, and they were like, "Okay, well, you can come to this college, but you're going to be $160,000 in debt if you want to come to this college." And I was like, you know what? The oil field will pay me $80,000 a year to go work for it. And I was like, well, I guess I'm dropping out at 18 and going to work for the oil field. I went and picked up my GED, and then I went and got my CDL. You don't need a high school education. There are tons of jobs that are needed to produce in your everyday economy that don't need a high school education. You like, it's oversaturated at this point. And at this point, it is just a money grab. They want your debt. And the big thing is, if you try to go and you try to be like, okay, I'm gonna file for bankruptcy. Guess what? You still gotta pay your student loans. Those aren't exempt. So maybe
they really aren't too. Yeah, you can't be going and like just writing those suckers off. You can't. And listen, if Dave Digital, if you're like lurking in the background, thank you for sharing this live stream. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're right. You're absolutely right, BC. And problem is, people don't remember the power of human resolve. I went to college, but no day. Yeah. And for the longest time, that was the thing. Go to college. I'll tell you what. For all of my grandchildren who are at the point of like high school and heading into the college age kind of thing, I am discouraging them from college. I'm gonna tell you straight, I am, because because none of them want to be like doctors or lawyers or whatever that need that kind of education in order to do the job. You know, we're talking chefs, we're talking, dental, that kind of thing. And okay, fine, go take that specific thing to be hands-on in that specific arena. You don't need a damn general college, what is that, liberal arts college education or whatever in order to do any of that shit and take on the level of debt like he was just mentioning in order to do that. You don't need that noose around your neck. You just don't. And yes, the world does need ditch diggers too. That is very true.
It's funny because that's sometimes what I do. I do excavation work and I do mass grading. So that's literally my field right there. Like,
there it is.
We need
And
people that put in power lines, and like that progresses your society, and that's underplayed right now. And it doesn't take a high school. It doesn't even take a high school education. You can get your GED. You can go to a trade school. You can go for a year and a half. You can then turn around and actually contribute to your everyday society. And you get paid. I'm ass loads. It's ridiculous. Go get your HVAC degree. You will make 6 figures. Go get a plumbing. You will make 6 figures.
yes.
Go get all of these fucking trades that no one wants to fucking do. You will make 6 figures. It's ridiculous. All of these things are part of what keeps your society running, and no one wants to do it. And
yep. I have been very, you just hit the nail on the proverbial head. For these kids, I've pushed them toward Voc Tech high schools, because it's go learn the trade that's going to give you easily 6-figure income if you are even remotely good at it. You don't even have to be the best at it. You just got to be good at it, and you're going to outwork 90% of everyone else. 90%. And I put this up here. College was never meant for everyone. It was meant. Yeah, you're right. College was never meant for everyone. And I'm not saying that people who aren't smart, I mean, who's to say who's fucking smart, who's not fucking smart? I mean, I'm sorry, there's degrees of that. If you were to take your your SAT scores, I should have never went to college. Let's be honest. I won't even tell you what my SAT scores are or were, because I'm quite honestly fucking embarrassed. But the point is, I went to college. Well, I mean, seriously, all that means is I couldn't take a standardized test to give them whatever, level it was they wanted to properly place me in a college. But you want to know what? Not only did I go to college, not only did I place in that college, I graduated with numerous degrees. But yet here I am, just saying. And I'll just leave it at that. And then RMT, I would be nothing without college, but I went to a private university specifically for. See, okay, RMT, that is a good reason to go to college.
Yep.
That's a good reason to go to college. You gotta be. We need people who are able to do shit like that, and that does require a level of education. Just does. Poyo saying, think about this. If you stop feeding the hungry, you fix the world hunger, but giving someone just enough keeps them. Yeah. Wow, there's so much to unpack in that, but yeah, facts right there. It's the teach the man to fish versus give him a fish scenario. Guys, feel free. This isn't just me here. Feel free to jump on in, but yeah. Sorry, that's my 2 cents on that particular comment right there. I'm flipping through, trying to catch up on the chat. You guys are on fire. Thank you, by the way. I'm just unfortunately I don't have Bedell backing me up right now, so I gotta these guys can see the comments, but they can't do anything with them, so I gotta kind of catch these suckers.
See the
Frustrations.
comments, but I can't really read the comments. I'm at
There
that
you
point where
That's all
I'm
right.
about ready to call it.
Oh my God, not yet.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Same
Okay,
here,
username
man.
saying.
I'm pretty beat.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let me try and at least clear the comments here, and then we'll and then we can probably. Whoops, I just hit the wrong damn button. Maybe I should just wrap it up, right? I'm
Yep.
trying. I'm trying to like catch this up. Half true CCM. If you suck at welding, good luck. Okay. Okay. You find the thing you don't suck at. And if you do suck at it, guess what? Practice makes perfect. It's worked for fucking millennia. Practice makes fucking perfect. Let's see. I'm just trying to the whole college push is cyclical, related to hard times. Yes, Chuck Danger, I agree with you there. Hey, welcome back. Appreciate you. Hi, Sarah. All right, come on, everybody. Miss Crypto Bedell in the chat, please. Show her some love. She was on one of our live streams. I think it was with me
my
and
spot,
Joe.
I feel tonight because we're getting a little too effed up over here, just so you know. So
Well, that's okay. These guys are ready to go too, so I'm just trying to get through.
Goodbye, so I wanted to chime in and
No,
say goodbye. Have a good night.
All right, let's. Hey, listen, and there you go, Miss Crypto Bedell in the chat. Listen,
Hey,
she has been
Retro.
great. She has been like showing up. I think it was Joe and I's live stream. Even she was in there and showing some support. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was just trying to get through the rest of the chat. We're going to be wrapping this sucker up pretty soon. Obviously, these guys are about ready to go. So thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. How's the weather over there? I know you guys are supposed to get some shit weather.
It's still warm. I mean, all I got is like a fleece on. And the wind's like coming and going. It's just all of a sudden you get a big gust and then it's gone.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Well, I hope you guys stay safe, please. I appreciate it. And there you go. There you go. I miss.
Hey.
There it is. You got love coming from here. I appreciate it. All right. Sarah, seeing you're here, Bedell's off doing whatever. Would you like to add anything in here before we wind up for the evening?
Just have a good night.
No, the party just started. I just got here. Come on, y'all.
Well, you're coming in at the tail end there, Mr. Shuby.
Well, my daughter
We're
just
wrapping
left,
this
so come
puppy
on.
up.
Your daughter what?
My daughter just left, so cheers, everybody.
All right, cheers. I can do it, cheers. I'm all about cheers.
It's not too bad. I mean,
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Sarah. Appreciate that. Joe, what do you got? Because I guess we'll wrap this thing up here at this point, unless somebody comes up with something. Shuby, there you go.
I think what you got was 8.
Yeah, all I got is
That's like what we know.
nothing early. Bitcoin is chop city right now, so be very careful if you're trading. If you're having a few beverages, do not trade. If you have very little sleep, do not trade. If you are fighting with your spouse, do not trade. If you're not in the right state of mind, don't trade. And if you do, don't get mad when you lose.
Yeah.
But,
There you go.
I do want to say that I started quieting down when BC Port Corp started talking about jiu-jitsu. It's like, come on, man, let's roll. Let's roll. It's like, oh, man, it's getting a little crazy.
You don't need any ass kicking here.
But I just want to say thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. If y'all are going to stick around, of course, you know, you got Shuby there. But I'm going to head on out. Feeling pretty tired. BC Port Corp, love you, man. You're the best. Everybody who's on the show, love you. So I'm not sure if y'all are going to continue going, but
not much longer is not. That's my plan. So I appreciate you, Joe. So you're not doing one tonight, right?
I'm kind of tired. Yeah, so I'm not going to do one tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get some sleep, Joe.
I'm going to try to.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Joe, on Monday, because I don't know if I'll see you before then.
But then when they get that,
Mike's
And there you go, Joe, from Pollo right there. There you go. Yeah. Exactly. Joe, thank you, man. Appreciate you. We're going to be heading out here in a minute. I just want to give BC a chance to wrap it up.
Well,
St.
I
Patrick's Day to
will.
everybody if we don't talk to you before then, or I know I won't. So
Fair enough.
I will see everyone Monday. I hope you all have a great weekend. It's been extra fun to be here. I've enjoyed the talk, and I hope everyone trades safe because, as Joe said, everything is extremely volatile. And we filled a CME gap at 85K, and
Nice.
it looks like we've turned it into some rejection. So stay safe out there.
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. Speaking of which, I did not tell everyone what won tonight. I did the final tally, and anybody want to take a guess? Litecoin was in the lead when we started. Anybody want to take a guess?
Litecoin.
Ada.
No,
What about you,
BC,
BC?
anything?
I'm still going to LTC because that's what I
Okay.
voted.
Okay, Litecoin.
All right. Sarah, you want to take a guess what won tonight?
I'm assuming it was Litecoin.
You know what? Litecoin came in second after the final vote. The winner, Mr. Shuby, got it straight. Ada came in first place by 3 votes. 3 votes.
That's because I wasn't in there voting on my own channel.
There you go.
Yeah, you just still been 2 down.
Oh, I love it. If Dash doesn't win, I'm on subbing.
I could have got some more.
I'm sorry, RMT. Dash did not win. Dash came in 4th place.
Now you come online, Shuby. You little.
Yeah,
You
because
guys
we're
are getting
wrapping
offline.
it now.
My daughter
Put
just
it
left.
nice.
Come on.
That's all right. It's all right. Wixwa. Wait, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, we got the
Wix White.
Oh, dang it.
But
Yeah.
no, you haven't had your cool club all night. I don't want to hear your shit.
Thank
All right,
you.
so I'm done, guys. I do thank you.
Yeah,
very much.
no, we're
Especially if
heading
you're
out.
wrapping it
We're
up
heading
or-
out.
Good night,
All
Joe.
right, so thank you guys. Appreciate you.
All right, Joe. Thank you, man.
Yeah, good night.
All right, everybody. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed this Crypto on the Rocks. You know, we're bringing in the Friday night weekend thing, and we are going to head out. We're here every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I want to thank everybody who was here on the stream tonight. I really appreciate you. You guys are who make this show possible. And listen, everybody's YouTube channel, who has a YouTube channel, is in the Hi, Kim. Is in the description of this live stream and all my videos. So make sure you're following them. And yeah, hopefully you'll join us again next Friday, and you'll join Joe and I Monday, 11 a.m. for Crypto Market Monday. All right, we're out, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
See y'all later.
Wait, where's the camera?